Oh my gosh, you guys. Uh-oh, why isn't it showing?
Oh no, that is a very large portion of content.
That's bad. Ooh, exciting. Okay. Thank you guys for the hype train. Woohoo! I think that was my first one, to be honest. Maybe it was my second one. It says I'm about to beat my last record. Thank you. No, you didn't miss things. They're talking about Baldur's Gate. But I wanted to get on here so I could thank you guys.
Yeah, no, you're right about that.
Thank you very, very much. We're gonna get started here. I know we're a few minutes in already, so we're gonna get started so our heroes are able to jump in, see what kind of trouble finds them, and we're gonna just do our recap and all of that. So let's jump over.
Oh, it's a lot of fun. Yeah. At least so far, although
Let's see up there.
The punishments for being evil have been particularly brutal to the main character, but then it's like, okay, this could have gone better for sure.
You're level 3. Okay, cool. Yeah, and thank you guys for that.
How can you be so mean?
See, the problem is, even if you're not like evil through and through, if you just do one wrong thing one wrong time, you're kind of a huge piece of shit, and it follows you all the way to the end of the game. Like somebody just 2 acts later will be like, "Remember that time you accidentally killed that child?" And you're like,
"Yeah, you said
I'd often forgot you asshole."
Brothers and the old lady conversation, which is all I'm going to describe that as at the very beginning.
Yeah.
I did that first, and then Aaron was watching me stream, and he was like, "You know you can do non-lethal damage."
Yeah,
so
you can.
that one I reloaded on because I'm like, oh, this is important.
I tried to do non-lethal, but I forgot that spells don't care about non-lethal.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
Neither does piercing or slashing.
Yeah.
I called that bitch out right at the beginning.
Or arrows, yeah, arrows specific. Yeah, it's spells. Yeah, pretty much anything except for projectiles don't.
Which is fine. I mean, I guess I totally get it.
It makes sense.
It makes sense. Yeah. It's like the fireball goes off, and you're like, but that's non-lethal though.
Who did that?
I'm a little mad that you can't.
Thank you, anonymous gifter. I'm guessing
like,
Rose.
Scrolls on.
Yeah, Rose. I think you Rose called her the player.
Because it's like,
thank you, Rose.
Wow, this fine. Your soul was worth saving too, but I guess I'm just horrible.
That's hilarious, though. You definitely got called the fuck out. All right. Superheroes, are you ready?
Yourself.
Well, I was.
Let's go.
Yes.
Yeah, it was until you asked. Okay. All right. So last week was a very heavy roleplay week. Really awesome roleplay. And everybody was getting back together for the first time. We did have the Golden Commander come in and talk with everybody after some heart-to-hearts with Bonkin. With everybody.
Treat yourself.
And she let you know that, well, actually, that's not true. Aegis let you all know that it was potentially true that the Frozen Phoenix was going to be at the upcoming Winter Solstice event. And the Golden Commander was intrigued by this and wants to get you guys into the theater so that you can be there to hopefully intercept her. And or her crew, I guess, depending on who shows up and where. Additionally, just for our typical housekeeping stuff, which we won't go over every single time, I think we've got it pretty much down. Please do the jokes, but do them in chat. Make sure if somebody's talking, we're not interrupting, and keep track of your stuff on your character sheets, pretty please. All right. So, does anybody have any questions or clarifications that they require at this time?
I have one quick question, and then actually 2 quick questions. First of all, what is our day? What day and time are we picking up at?
Yeah, so you're on December 29th. And this was just after breakfast is where we left off. The Golden Commander took her omelet to go, and with the plate along with it. So, so it's, I'd say probably about 8:30, 9 a.m.
Okay.
And the concert is in a week, you said?
It's on January
On the 5th.
5th. Yep.
Got it.
So it is a week from today.
Okay, and just really quick question for Kira: the details you sent me about that thing you made, does that last just like until a long rest, or is that permanent until you choose, as long as I stay
Oh,
attuned?
the item? The
Yeah,
item
yeah.
exists until I tell you that it no longer exists.
That's fucking awesome. Okay, cool. That's all I need to know. Thank you. But during that whole time now, I do have to keep it attuned.
Yes.
Okay.
It's for all intents and purposes, you just acquired that
It's a
magic
magic
item.
weapon.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yep.
okay, that's fucking awesome. Thank you.
Is
Okay,
sound
that's
okay
all I've
on
got.
stream, guys?
I can't wait until I can make things for more people. But
Artificer shit, man,
I'm
it's amazing.
keeping my
It's so
my
cool.
They're fun. They're
crossbow.
fun.
Awesome.
Y'all can get stuff later.
Any other questions or clarifications needed before we dive in? Thank you, Rose. No? Okay. Wonderful. So the Golden Commander has just left. She says she did say, I believe, that she was going to try to see if she could get more information regarding this upcoming event, and as well as working with the owner of the theater to try to get you guys in through the back way or figure out a way to keep everything kind of quiet. All right. Okay, so actually, one more housekeeping note. I'm gonna see if we can get by with skipping the break today, if everybody's okay with that. Only because I feel like we lose momentum every time we take a break and come back, and I want to be able to keep us moving and keep everybody in character. If you really need a break, please get up and go to the bathroom, grab a drink, whatever you have to do. We already told the kids go to bed when you're supposed to, so we shouldn't need that break either.
Fingers crossed.
Of course they'll listen. First time, every time.
I got cameras on them.
I was like, God help us.
Yeah. So, all right. So, Marcus had gone to his room. Kira reminded Marcus to, wow, my brain just stopped working.
To
Attune. Thank
to
you.
The weapon. Yep.
To the weapon. And I'm going to give you guys a little bit of time here to kind of figure yourselves out, but I will say that we'll at least get a short rest in so that attunements can happen for those that need to. And we can go from there.
Yeah, that's all Marcus is doing. As soon as the door closes, he's sitting down and fiddling with this thing until he can understand it. So
Perfect.
Be there for the next 4 hours or so. Well, you know what? It's Marcus. Maybe 5. Because you have to attune during a short rest. Short rests are 4 hours.
Okay. Is anybody?
I'm assuming, right? You're running with
4.
those?
Yeah,
Okay,
4
I'm
hours.
just
Yeah.
making sure. Yep.
So is there anything anybody else wants or needs to do? Yeah, so the Golden Commander can eat her omelet. The plate just shows up on the dumbwaiter at one point. With Ron. Okay, so whatever you're gonna do over the course of 4 hours for a short rest, you can successfully do. You did just complete a long rest last night as well, everybody, so make sure that your character sheets reflect that.
Kira is going to offer, as is usual, to do any basic maintenance before we decide to head out. She is going to tell the others, as she looks back towards Marcus's room, he's going to be a little bit preoccupied for a bit. Probably don't interrupt him.
Oh, he needs. I gotcha. Yep, he needs a minute. Yeah, I get it. Yep.
Well, forming a new telepathic connection with something that has fundamentally changed from the last time you knew it would take some time, I imagine. That's something you're familiar with?
I'm pretty sure it is.
Bung is nodding.
Yep.
Aegis
Yeah.
is just nodding as well.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I learned something new about you all every day. I will have to take that into account when I modify your gear next.
Well, speaking of, I'm gonna go in my room and masturbate.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a mass murder. You probably should clip that, Rose. I'm still blushing. Okay, so for the sake of brevity and good God,
Hold on.
Lucy over there still trying to catch his breath.
Yeah. I'm gone
Glad nobody
completely
took a
off
drink
guard.
at that moment.
Me too, because I was thinking about it.
leave it to
Punk-
Tempest. Go ahead.
Yeah. Pumpkin will probably turn to Kira. You wanted something to do with me pipe, right? The smoke I might.
She wasn't ready. She wasn't ready.
It was innocent. I didn't know. Until Cat gave like a reaction.
Creepy dad vibes.
Okay. Sorry. So, Kira, not nearly as dirty-minded as I am, apparently. Just, yes, absolutely. To be able to generate smoke harmlessly like that and in a way that can form images, oh, that could be so useful.
Right. You can have a look at it, and they'll probably take it like from somewhere on him. Probably has some pocket. But I'd like it back.
Back with no large modifications. Understood.
If I can still smoke it, I don't really care.
I would never limit the functionality of an item. She looks a little bit offended.
I mean, clearly you've improved something for Mr. Marcus.
Assuming he doesn't blind himself with it in the process, then yes.
I think that's going to take a few more than a couple minutes. Is that why it's taking him a whole hour?
Sorry, my brain is still reeling from Tempest there.
No, that's what I'm talking about.
Then Kira's going to Kira it. I don't truly understand how his telepathic links work, but I'm sure he will let us know when he's ready to head out and if any other improvements are necessary. It was there was some guesswork going on as to how to adjust everything.
Right. So what I'm hearing is you might need your help.
Well, I would hope he wouldn't try and modify it further on his own.
Uh-huh. Anyway, I guess I'll leave Master Marcus alone. And Mr. Tempest too. They're kind of both busy.
At that point, the elevator dings and Ron walks out with the plate and kind of looks around, brings it into the kitchen. He washes it and then puts it in the like drying rack and then leaves.
Oh,
Aside
thank you.
from. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, it was just a thank you. You're good.
I was just going to say, aside from the head nod, Aegis has just been sitting here watching TV with whatever the hell is currently on because he doesn't know how to work it.
Okay. Yeah, it's like Judge Judy. Enjoy. Okay, so anything else before we do the short rest?
If I had anything, it's gone now. Thank you. Kevin.
Perfect. So, 4 hours go by. You guys are, uninterrupted, but Marcus, you do successfully attune. And Akira, I'm assuming at some point you probably went back into your room and started working on stuff. Okay, perfect. Okay, so
Actually, what is this room that I am just noticing?
which one? Closet.
The one. Okay. It's Just a closet then. Okay, cool. I apparently have 2 separate bathrooms.
Yeah, you do. You've got one of the bigger rooms, so you've got
You got 1.5 bath.
yeah,
Wow.
1.5
I
bath.
am
Yeah.
fancy. Okay.
Yep.
She might actually she might take some time and clean her room before Bunkin yells at her again, and then explore some of the amenities a little bit, since
Okay.
she hasn't taken much time for that.
Yeah. So Kira straightens up her room so that she doesn't get grounded, and kind of looks around and finally realizes that there's a closet full of clothing of all different kinds, and then another little bathroom, and yeah. Perfect. All right. So, okay, Lucy's back. So, is there anything that anybody wants to do over the next couple of days? Like, what are your plans? Because we're going to sake of brevity a few days. We're going to end up on the 2nd. Is there anything anybody wants to accomplish before we get to that point?
I have something. Just give me a second to
Sure.
make sure I have the details of it.
I mean, if we weren't getting called out on missions or anything, Aegis probably would have been spending days still working with the church.
Okay.
And Tempest would like to try to talk to Arwen, try to get some information out of him, if at all possible, about the possible attack, because he was part of the Arctic. I want to say Arctic Phoenix.
Oh, Deep
Frozen
Freeze.
Phoenix.
Yeah, Deep
Frozen
Freeze.
Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Frozen Phoenix's crew. Yes. So he was a part of that crew. You get kind of the same as the first time you visited. And if you straight out ask him, you know, what do you know about this? He's going to say, good
Straight
luck.
up deny it.
She
Yeah.
doesn't tell us anything until she has to.
Right. Wonkin, because we're going to be doing posing as maintenance people in the back. Bonkin's going to probably look up Henry,
Mm-hmm.
and since he'd probably know more about maintenance and stuff like that in the lobby here, he'd probably ask about like how to do stuff he does.
Sure. Yeah, that's a great resource actually, Bonkin. Yeah, so he'll kind of explain like, you know, how to change a light bulb. You know, something that you wouldn't really be familiar with. How to like when you're helping him over the 2 weeks, you saw him using screwdrivers and stuff to fix a panel on an elevator. He was doing maintenance on other things. He cleaned windows while you were there, so he'll go over all that stuff with you.
Perfect. You'll probably see Bonkin just show up one day with like a bit of singed fur.
Okay. You said Henry would notice that?
When he comes back from like the few days after the light bulb lesson.
Oh, gotcha. Yes. Okay. Yeah, so Bonkin has a run-in with a light bulb. Okay, so anything else? Perfect. All right, so you guys get to you kind of go about your daily calls, come in and stuff, but most of them, you know, it seems like a lot of the crews were back, so you guys aren't responsible for every call that comes in. It's kind of easy to keep track of who's where, because if you do go to respond to something, your driver will usually tell you, nah, somebody already took off. So, and also with those who can text, you would get a text after a dispatch comes out. You'll get a text from, it's kind of just like a group-wide text that says this has been claimed. So, you guys make it to January 2nd. You're just a few days away from the Winterfest orchestra show at this point. And the Golden Commander actually does come in and visit you. It's in the afternoon right now. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and she actually does. You hear the elevator ding and the familiar hello.
Hi, Golden Commander, come in.
Sorry, she got buried. Hold on. There we go. So she comes in. Aegis, where are you? Oh, you guys are all down there. Perfect. Okay.
Yeah, I was about to say, having heard her come up, Aegis would probably come on over to at least greet her real quick before coming back.
Great. Oh, good. You guys are here. So I just wanted to stop in to let you know that everything is set with the theater owner, and we're actually trying to work on something to prevent teleportation, kind of like the technology they have in banks. If we can actually make that happen on the theater, it might give us an advantage where she'll have to have her crew in there and she won't be able to make it. While it stinks to not be able to capture her or to try to stop her, at the very least it would put the civilians in a safer space.
It would, but let's just say I got something in mind. She tries that portal trick again.
Sure, and that's, again, there's no guarantee we're actually going to be able to get this done. We're working on it as quickly as we can, but this technology is usually used for really small spaces, and this theater is quite
I was gonna say it's a very big space that we're trying to fill here.
It is. At this point, we'll go in with the assumption that we're not going to have it. If anything changes, I'll be sure to let you know. Do you have any questions about anything right now as far as this is concerned?
Just one. We've talked at least about it being a big room and everything, but how big exactly are we looking at?
Well,
It's a stadium, isn't it?
I can show you like a top-down view of it if you think it would help. It doesn't really give you a good idea of what the space is until you get in there, but it's quite large. Would you like to see that?
Has Tempest been there before to practice at all, or is it not? It's probably not a thing
Yeah,
for this
so
place, right?
you haven't been there to practice. Tem has talked to you about how large it is and how it's one of the biggest. It's one of the biggest places that they do any events in New Haven. So it has to be able to hold a lot of people. But she will. She'll go over to the table over here. I guess this one, that would be fine. And she'll take out.
We have a whole conference room, we can.
Well, you all seemed so comfy. We can move in there if you'd like.
I mean, it's fine. We can do it here. It's fine.
Okay. And she'll lay the maps out for you guys to see. I'm just going to show you the map so that you can see it clearly.
No, my goodness, this is quite detailed.
So it's actually what he uses when he makes his emergency evacuation plan. It's literally the layout of the entire theater, so that way we're able to see the exits and entrances. So the basement is all staff and performers, and then obviously the seating is where civilians would be. Tempest, I assume you'll be up here somewhere playing. There will be a show going on stage, and then I don't know where everybody else wants to place themselves. I know I made suggestions, but you all know your strengths, so just think through where you think you would have the best vantage point, where you think you'd be able to do the most, keeping in mind that they could be planted in the audience. They might be
a part of the staff.
Right, so...
People are going to be searched and... What's that word? Vetted, right? I mean...
Yes, absolutely, on the way in. And he knows his staff fairly well, so it's still a fear, only because we don't know what she and her team are capable of. But the main concern is that we're going to get a large group of people.
Bitches be crazy.
Here, and then something will happen.
And this isn't open air, right? It's all closed.
Thank you so much. Correct. It's closed. It's inside of a theater. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that makes it a little bit better, I suppose. Nothing's going to come flying in at us.
It shouldn't.
Commander?
Yes.
Were you able to acquire the vest you said that men would need?
She laughs when you like choke out the word vest. Yes, and I actually was able to get it in black. So she hands you a black. I mean, it's truly it is just a it's exactly the vest for the service animals, and it says service animal on the side.
She turns it over in her hands a little bit, definitely with a little bit of the "how am I going to modify this the second I leave the room" look. But then, I like this. Do
Thank
not
you so much for the raid. I
pets.
really appreciate it.
And working. That's smart. Thank you.
You're
I
welcome.
hope it helps. It seems a strange disguise, but you know this better than we do.
Society tends to just accept things at face value most of the time, so as long as you don't bring attention to the oddness of it, it should be fine.
I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
If I was just gonna be in the back, helping the staff and keeping safe from the back. Well, I just got two questions. Am I gonna be there? Like, do I have to lie and say I'm not part of staff? Because lying makes me feel really, really bad, and I'm really bad at it.
Well, like I said, I made suggestions, but where do you feel you would be best?
Well, I'd like to be in the back there in case something happens, or if something falls, then I could catch it.
Sure. So,
Or lifting stuff. And Henry's been teaching me how to fix things.
Henry. Oh, that's nice. I'm glad you connected with Henry.
He's a very smart man.
He is. He is. So you're talking about back here?
Yeah, or like backstage, you said.
Yes. Okay, great.
And second question, is I going to be having tools? Because I know how to fix a light bulb now, but apparently I need stuff for that.
We can get you tools. Do you mean tools like Henry's?
I don't know what am I going to need to do stuff in the back.
We'll get you a tool belt. That way, whatever comes up, you'll be ready for.
Can you make that?
Thank you.
Make that too.
Sure.
I mostly keep mine in a backpack, but they're slow to access.
Understood.
And Bunkin, if you're gonna be fixing things, that sounds like you would be on staff and you're not lying to anybody.
That's true.
Right, I just want to make sure I don't have to, like, pretend I'm supposed to be there. Because
No.
I'll probably get found out pretty easy.
Well, I mean, you are supposed to be there.
And the owner knows. So, a big part of this is for him as well, because this is his livelihood. This is what he does. So, if you run into any trouble with that, you could always just kind of grab his attention or one of the managers, and it should be fine.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, drop some names,
And if you
what is his name?
The owner?
Yeah, in case I might need him.
Sure. Hold on, let me let Candace look really quick.
While the commander's thinking, it's the and if you need light bulb help or anything, Min's apparently going to be back there working too, so she'll be right there. So she can help distract so you don't get found out.
Thank you. I appreciate that a lot.
His name is Marlin.
Oh yeah, right. I think you mentioned him before. Must have forgotten.
No, I don't know if I said his name. That it's not a problem. Obviously, we'll have to be ready to change on a dime. Nobody really knows what to expect, so I've not seen you in action, unfortunately, but I've heard plenty of what you all have done, and I'm sure you'll be able to handle this no problem.
I mean, I think you saw me other arms when I came in the first day, I believe. I caught Aegis and Tempest, and Marcus caught Miss Kira.
It's true. I did see that. The fact that you all work so well together and really haven't been working together that long is it's remarkable, and I hope that you all know that. Actually, this would be a good time to talk about that as well. I had spoken with Marcus before, but wanted to make sure to speak with everybody. I don't know if anyone would be interested, but I would love for a tactics class for newer heroes. If you all would be willing to either teach individually or together, I can only see it being beneficial.
Oh, teach. I thought you said like we need a tactics class because
No. The
I
way that you all
could
work
benefit
together
from that.
is okay. Well, maybe Marcus can teach you.
I wouldn't be opposed to that.
Just think on it. There's no pressure.
I don't know how good I'd be, but if I can help someone to learn something, I'm willing.
Wonderful.
Kira has like deer in headlights look at the idea.
Okay. Well, for now, if anything changes or if I receive any more information, I'll be sure to pass that along. Please do the same, but I know it's been a little bit busy over the last few days with calls. So just if you take one, be careful.
Oh, I think we'll be quite all right.
I'm sure you will. And she, oops, I switched you guys, but not myself. There we go. And she, kind of nods her head, and she'll leave the maps there for you all, and then she heads out. Whoa, no, she got really big. She's gone now. Okay. That's terrible. Okay, so you guys hang out for a little while, I assume, kind of doing your own thing.
Yeah, Tempest would be continually practicing his part for the show.
Yeah, so you actually, instead of a saxophone, you guys are hearing a flute, right? Tempest, you're doing the flute for the yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, anything's better than a bagpipe.
I haven't played my bagpipe in a while. Maybe I should break it out again.
Gods help us.
I was about to say, what's wrong with a bagpipe?
The bagpipe music itself is fantastic. It's getting to the point before it creates music. That long, droning whine reminds me of being stuck in the hells.
Oh, it's not that bad.
Well, apparently you've never been subjected to the scream of a chasme. You ever heard of those demons? The giant mosquitoes that the wings cause madness in their adversaries?
That I can't say I have, no.
Well,
I can't say I've seen mosquitoes that drive people insane, but I've seen some big ones.
oh, I've never seen them myself, but I've definitely heard of them. I kid though, Tempest, your bagpiping is not that bad. It's not bad at all, actually. It's fantastic, but oof.
Oh yeah, no, I get it. The building up part isn't as fun as the payoff. I get it.
So you guys hang out for a little while. It hits like 5:30 or so. Aegis is just getting ready to maybe make dinner, and you hear the familiar sound. New Haven PD, Alpha League response. New Haven PD, Alpha League response. We have a 1043 in progress. 1043 in progress. Reports of 12, maybe, individuals fighting in the street. Reports of 10 to 12 individuals fighting in the street. Possible gang activity. 1043 in progress. Fighting in the street. Possible gang activity. Proceed with caution upon arrival. New Haven PD, Alpha League response. Your assistance is requested. New Haven dispatch clear.
You know, they couldn't have waited till 10 minutes after supper. Aegis, I can smell the basil being chopped from here, and I'm very upset about this.
Gonna have
And
to pocket
it'll
bacon this one.
still- I was about to say, it'll still be here when we get back. Don't worry.
All right, so here's the deal. Nobody die, because we all need to get back in time for dinner.
That's the best voice I've ever heard, Mr. Marcus.
Wait, do we have any of those? Do we have any of those like little like fruit snack bar things in the cupboard at all?
Fruit leather.
Yeah,
They're
not fruit leather, but the little like the grainy bars, you know?
Oh, yes. Fruitra grain, I think is what they're called.
You
Fruitra
That's the
grain.
one.
now.
That's the
So-
one.
Kira gets kind of a guilty look,
'Cause she ate
and then I can grab some. And then she
But
goes
if
and
they're fruit, then I'm sure they're healthy for you.
And Bonk is definitely giving Kara some side eye.
they taste good, she says as she turns as if to go to the kitchen and then goes to her room to get into her super secret snack compartment that has most of the stuff from the pantry.
All right, quick. Let's all leave without her. It'll be hilarious. Come, quick.
No,
But
no.
that seems a bit mean.
Or should
All right, guess he's going.
I'm waiting for the fruit grain bar. I don't know about you guys.
the fruit grain bar.
I ain't abandoning somebody who's got fruit grain.
Oh, what if we let them stay in the elevator together?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Aegis will hear Bonkin say that and start walking back.
She comes
I'm already
back
gone.
around the corner with the arm
There's two
roll.
elevators. I can take the other one.
Fair enough.
I've got these bars and these white, crispy.
We'll take it all with us. We'll go ahead and figure it out. I'm pretty sure Marcus is already on the way down.
Oh,
Dibs on the blue ones.
she juggles a little bit because she's got her backpack on now, so she's trying not to fall over or drop anything. And
Would you like me to carry that?
Yes, please. Until I can find some ooze, I can't solve this.
I'll take a
Right.
handful for you.
There's granola bars, Rice Krispie treats, and all the junk food.
So I'm assuming it's just the backpack from before.
It's the usual backpack, yes.
All right, great. Yeah, so there is another elevator. You guys are able to pop on. When you get down to the lobby, Marcus, what are you doing at that point? Because you've been waiting for them for a few minutes.
I'm just gonna stand literally across from the other elevator with my arms folded. I'll check my gear really quick, make sure that like my guns are loaded, and well, I guess that's really all I need to check. I just make sure my guns are loaded. All right, no, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna text these assholes.
That's what I was hoping you were gonna say, to be honest.
as I finish loading the last pistol, I'll put it down, and I'm just gonna text because I know Aegis and Bonkin probably won't get it, but I'll send it to Tempest and Kira, and it'll say, "Did you take the other elevator? It's getting late. Let's go. I'm hungry."
Tempest text back. Who's this?
Kira's gonna respond, we were just eating dinner first.
The door opens as Kira's
wait.
finishing her text to you.
Oh, damn it. I was going to say, I'm about to be on the other elevator and going back up.
There's no mission tonight. It's
And
just
people are
elevators.
getting their skulls beat in the street, and we're fucking playing elevator. Well, it's about damn time. Let's go.
And your buddy is waiting for you in the car.
Smacked in the face with that smolder.
All right. All right. So he drives. You guys have kind of gotten used to, he's gonna get you where you need to go. It's a little bit. I'd say it's a medium drive. It's not as close as the park was. You guys still aren't really familiar with the area, but he does pull up to. You can see where. Hold on, let me get you on the map. Hold on. He brings you to this intersection.
I have a quick descriptive question. Is it snowing at all? Because you said it's December.
Yeah, so it's not snowing presently. It has snowed on and off, but nothing's really stuck. But you guys will have seen snow here since you've been here.
Okay, but we have not hit a job in the snow yet.
Correct.
Okay, cool.
I'll
Look
let
at
you
that
guys.
dope-ass ogre.
I'll let you guys get yourselves set however you would. He would basically, the car would have dropped you off like right here, and he knows his place. So you guys can actually see he just like pulls around a corner nearby and is he goes out of view. But you see,
Warding,
go ahead.
sorry, warding bond before we leave the car.
Got it.
The usual.
You do see. Hold on, let me change the music because this is not fitting. Okay, so you do see these guys are kind of like shambling around, and if one of them gets too close to the ogre, he takes a swing at it. As you guys get closer, their attention does turn toward you. You don't see any civilians nearby at this point. It's kind of abandoned. So, and then there is this giant ass hole in the middle of the street here.
All right. First and foremost, everyone needs to stay away from that damn hole in the center. Master Bonkin and we're gonna handle that big fucker over there that keeps swinging at these creatures. The 4 that are just shambling about will try to pick on our way, but Master Tempest and Master Aegis, if you can ensure that we don't get swarmed as we're moving, then we could probably all close in on that big bastard together. And if you need to, it looks like right here there are barriers if you need to take cover.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah. And so, just before we go, I'm just gonna go eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Bonkin, you're gonna get a motive inspiration. So Tempest does a little toot on his flute, and you get a little moat around your head.
It sounds kind of Christmassy. You can tell that he's been practicing Christmas music.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, holiday solstice music.
Sounding good, Mr. Tempest.
Thank you. Been practicing a lot. Well, not with my saxophone, not my flute.
Kens, did you say what these things are besides the ogre?
So they're. Let's see. I feel like all of you at some point would have encountered them. They're pretty obviously zombies.
You want me to?
God damn it.
The way that they're shambling about, their movements.
Is the ogre alive or is he zombified too?
Do we need to make a check for that?
Yeah, just give me perception checks, but do it with advantage because you're able to see the other ones. But it is kind of dark, so.
Not me forgetting how to go ahead and do it with advantage.
That's alright. It never works for me when I do it, so I just roll twice.
I just like rolling twice.
I don't see shit.
Aegis is already planning who he's going to drop the campfire on, so he's not even paying attention to the big guy back there. So let's see.
Actually, no, he's focused on incanting, because we're gonna go ahead and drop an aid real quick. Just trying to decide who person 3 is gonna be.
Marcus, did you roll?
Yeah, it's not for coming through for some reason.
Oh, weird.
I rolled it. My high is a 7.
Okay.
That was not great.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I don't know why the hell the rolls
Yeah,
are coming
that's
through.
weird. Yeah, so, for, let's see, Bonkin, Kira, and Tempest, you can tell, that giant thing back there, it has some pretty gaunt, features for what it is. It looks like it may also not be among the living. Well, it's, yeah.
So yeah, the aid will go ahead and drop that at 3rd level on Marcus, Bonkin, and Min.
Okay, Marcus, Bonkin, and Min you all have aid applied to you.
And that is
right?
that's at 3rd level, so it'll be 10.
10 hit points, okay. Let me see, is there a, thank you.
Red bar for temp, and I just used the little up green arrow.
Up green arrow, okay. I'll just use the same thing on everyone. Where is that at? Oh, there it is. Okay, Tempest. Sorry, I'm just marking everybody so we remember.
Oh, I'm doing Min and I for warding bond and stuff.
Perfect. Okay, So like I said, they did notice you. They're not like running toward you or anything, but they have turned to face you. They kind of seem like they're waiting right now.
There are necromancers in this version of reality? Those things, you see those are undead, those zombies right there.
Yeah, the big one is pretty dead too.
Is
what
it?
I can see.
Is there always somebody that controls them?
Do I know?
Would
I don't know if
Aegis
I know
know
much
that?
about necromancy, but
I'm trying to think of if any of you would. Aegis, you can give me a religion check. That makes sense. Marcus, I don't know that you would have had too much. I mean, you can do it. You can give a check if you want to. History or religion.
history or religion, okay.
So didn't they say
21.
there's like? Sorry, didn't they say there's like a dozen of them? I count 1, 5.
Bet you they're down there.
Either down there or a little bit farther one of the other directions.
It's true.
Marcus, yeah, you would know that typically there is somebody who summons undead. Typically.
Okay, you know, I've never encountered it myself, but I'm pretty sure these zombies, and if that large bastard is actually dead, something would have to have created and controlled it, so Papa's around here somewhere.
Probably in that hole, you think?
I think that may be the case. Master Bonkin, left or right?
I think the left one's the closest, so I think we should start there.
Wonderful. With that, nerdy,
Don't spread out too much so we can't heal you guys.
Oh no, I'm going with Master Bonkin.
Oh, good.
We'll just loop-de-loop around. If they're truly zombies, they won't move too fast. I'm gonna draw my pistols.
Okay.
Min and I could take the other side if preferred, but that'll take us some time.
I'm fine with everybody going the same direction if we'd rather do that. That'll put me closer to you to possibly throw a shield if I need to as well. I can only do that within a certain range, and it's not very far.
You might get swarmed too, man. Kira, as well
That's
as
true.
Yeah, I think if anyone gonna be splitting off, I think it'd be best if it's either me or Mr. Marcus.
Oh, I'm fine with running. Do you want me to go that way? I'll do it. I can move very fast.
No offense, Mr. Marcus, but I think I can run a bit faster than you.
All right, then it's a challenge.
Either
Alright.
way, if we want, I could go ahead and throw some protection on it too. So we got multiple options. We need to think of something quick.
I guess I'll go right.
Right? Alright, perfect. And I start bolting, I'm going to slide behind this cover, and with both pistols up over the edge, I'm going to start firing.
Alright. Marcus, go ahead and take your shot, and then after Marcus takes his shot, I want everybody to roll initiative.
22 to hit?
Yeah, that'll hit. Wait, you're firing it.
Oh yeah,
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 okay.
fuck that guy. So that's 3 damage. 25, so since he's within 30, I will go ahead and burn a psychic point for the energy strike. And he takes an additional 4 psionic force damage.
Awesome. Yep.
So 7 total.
And he does take it. He takes it as much, like, it damages him as much as you would expect it to. Okay,
Perfect.
now everybody can roll initiative.
Oh no. I'm really strong and I'm really smart, but I'm not very fast. It's just a big.
Damn it, I forgot to click my character.
It's all right. It actually.
I don't want to hear it, Marcus.
Oh no! Tempest, what the fuck happened?
You two are too busy talking about
Oh, it's worse than that, actually.
getting shit done.
Oh my god.
Tempest. Okay, so how do I add somebody?
Can I use my DM inspiration on the initiative before we start?
Yeah, that's fine. The only thing that I won't allow that on will be percentiles, and death saving throws.
That's better.
That's better. Okay, got it.
Still not great, but better. I rolled double my initial.
All right. Does that look right? Tempest made it on there. Yay. Okay. All right. So we're
Picking up the
actually.
rear, I imagine.
Yeah, you are. Kira, you are at the top.
Cool. Kira, as Marcus is doing his dramatics, she's just going to walk forward and just take a shot at that one there.
You.
Okay.
Sorry, take 2 shots. I lied. That's 1.
Okay, that hits.
That's 2.
Yep, they both hit. And it is looking a little rough at this point. Actually, not even just a little rough. When you shoot the non-existent arrow, I'm assuming is what you were shooting. When you shoot the non-existent arrow at it, the energy actually like takes out its left leg entirely, and it is like lopsided right now. It took out the bottom portion of its left leg, and it's standing on a stump and a foot and trying to figure out how not to fall over, but it does not look good.
Okay, then she's just going to, it's not even in full elven command here. She just kind of whistles, and Min just goes for it.
The subtitles say whistles in Elven.
Yes,
Okay, got it.
absolutely. It's an italic whistle.
Yeah.
How high are these barriers?
They'd come up to... Actually, how tall are you?
I was figuring out whether Min can go over them as a medium, or if she needs to go around.
She'd need to go around.
Okay, cool. And second.
I mean, she could. Anything's possible in the world of D&D if you want to have her jump.
Nope, I just need to
Listen to this girl.
make sure I've got the right distance for it. Yep, okay. So she does go around, just goes right past Marcus and lunges for this thing.
Yeah.
God, I hate how they've got this set up to be able to attack. Okay.
Yeah, that'll
20
hit. Yep. Okay, so Min, seeing what Kira did to one leg after Marcus loosened it for her, is gonna take out. She's just gonna like aim at the other leg and knock it over completely. As it falls, it hits the ground pretty hard, and its head falls off and rolls away.
Okay. Yeah, I think we're okay with that.
All right. So that's it for your turn.
Yeah.
Okay. Jump length. I guess it depends on what you're trying to do. Are you trying to do a long jump or a high jump?
Long. If need be, we can wait till my turn.
Yeah.
I think it's your strength,
It's-
like number.
It is. I just have to look at how it works, because I know that we actually did that in Xavier's. Well, I think it was you actually, Kevin, that did it in Xavier's last campaign. But yeah, we'll do that once we get there. I'll look it up in between. Okay. Aegis.
So we're gonna go ahead and run up. Oh, might help if I go ahead and get out of the ruler.
Speech. Thank you.
And
I
get
just
like
found that.
right there, basically next to the bunker. But kind of keeping his head out just enough to be able to see what the hell is still going on, because this thing is basically his height. So he'll go ahead and keep kind of poked out, and he's going to drop a create bonfire right on this dude's foot.
Which dude? Oh, okay.
We're going to drop it on the left foot.
Okay. And that's a dexterity save, right? 13? Is that right?
That is I do believe it is Dex 14.
14, okay. Yeah, oh wow. So he barely passes that. So I mean, you can still successfully focus on it and stuff if you want to, but when you first put it down, it actually startles him enough that he takes a half step back. And it just
That's
barely
fine.
misses him.
We'll go ahead and keep it there.
You're gonna focus? Okay. Let me get your thing there. Target planes, matches, circles. Where is it? There it is. Okay. Remember, it's not this big when we start. That would be epic, though. All right. And Aegis is focusing. Anything else, Aegis?
I think that'll do it.
All right, moving on to Bonkin. And I don't know if you saw, but Xavier got the answer, so go ahead.
Yes, that did answer my question. Thank you very
Perfect.
much.
Thank you, Xavier.
So, since, well, learning new information, Bonkin, you'll probably see Bonkin behind, kind of focus, like, probably kind of like just focusing on himself. And, you'll see, like, the ripple of, like, the black metallic, form just kind of goes straight to his legs as I use a key point, spend a key point for, what's it called?
Mm-hmm.
Step of the Wind.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
As my bonus action, which doubles my jump distance, and says if that's my strength score, that means my jump distance is 38 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
And so I'm gonna, and I can use the dash action if necessary. So Bonkin's gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and then just jump across.
Okay.
Kind of Hulk style. He'll just start running forward and then just jump.
It's a 35 foot leap. Oh, shit. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh, my God.
Yeah. He's got.
The gap should be 30 feet from here, I believe.
So, yeah, we've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. From where you're at, yeah, 30. So you need to. You said you can do 38.
Yes, because it doubles my jump distance. And I have 19 strength, which is my jump distance, so it goes to 38.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so go ahead and do your do me a favor, just do an athletic roll for me really quick.
That's really unfortunate.
Okay. So now give me
Oh, can I use Bardic Inspiration on it?
Yeah.
Add that D8. This is for a skill check? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what does that do? Hang on.
I believe skill check was the roll 2 and choose whichever you wanted.
Yep. You can be rolled again and choose. Yep.
Do better than 9. Oof.
Oh, is it roll the main dice or roll just the Bardic Inspiration
Oh,
dice?
no, yeah.
Roll the
it
Bardic.
again.
Yeah. You can choose higher or whichever one's better, really.
Basically, on skill checks, you roll Bardic Inspiration with advantage.
Exactly. Yep.
So that'd be a 14.
Okay. Yeah, so you do successfully. So when you get to here, you actually you lose your footing. Your heel is partially into the hole, and then all of a sudden you hear the tooty flute sound, and you feel the pressure under your foot push you the rest of the way up. So you did successfully pass that, but you almost didn't.
That puts me there. Right?
Yes.
Okay. And I think, I don't know, does jump distance count towards movement?
It does, yeah.
Okay, then all my movement is essentially done.
Okay.
So, and I still have my action, and
Yep.
he's within 10 feet, so I'm gonna smack him.
Okay.
Sorry, I know that was really extra, but I thought it looked cool.
That's okay. You guys are playing a superhero campaign. Do the superhero stuff.
Rule of cool.
That does hit.
Eight damage.
All right.
Listen, I don't want to start stage 2 of this fight just yet.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else?
That's it from me.
All right. You have its attention. Moving on, actually, to it. It is now its turn. So, it got surprised by a random fire that kind of showed up out of nowhere, and then this fuzzy guy just jumped across a pit. He is going to swing at the fuzzy guy. And just as a note, he does have like a huge morning star that he's using. And that is a 23 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
That's actually only 11 points of bludgeoning damage. And give me an athletics check, please.
What is with my dice rolls
You're
today?
good. You're okay. You're okay. You kind of braced yourself for it. You saw the morning star go up, and you were like, "Oh shit." Well, actually, no. Bonkin doesn't cuss. You said, "Oh no," and then braced yourself, and you're able to stand your ground. And that is all he can do. So we are now moving on to this guy. Let's see. So he's got. He's actually heading down this way. And that's all he can do. Okay. This guy is going to move toward Bonkin. He's going to try to hit him. The first attack is only an 8. And the second is a nat 1. You got lucky this time, Bonkin. Marcus.
Marcus, watching Bonkin say, "I'm going right," and then jump straight across the fucking pit to meet this big guy, and panicking because that's exactly what we just talked about, is making a plan and he didn't follow it. Will eye the zombies approaching poor little Aegis here, and I will go ahead and draw the sabers. And as he pops the right saber out, the blade in the rear is the normal pink, but then the one up in the front kind of like burns with this like bright, hot, almost like it's like a heat lamp on crack. And he jumps over the edge and will begin to move on these fucking things. Let's see, it's 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay. So go ahead and just swing on this guy right here. 14.
14 hits.
Okay, that's 9 points of damage, and I don't know. Give me 1 sec. Okay, yep, just 9.
Okay. And it takes the full effect.
Okay, let's take my second attack. And that is a 26.
That definitely hits.
And that will be for another 7.
Okay.
And then I'll use my bonus action with the offhand and swing up with 2-weapon fighting. And that is a nat. You know what? Can I reuse my inspiration on that?
Yep.
All right, I'll use my DM inspiration from last game. That's just FYI, the one that you sent me a message
Yeah.
about in Discord. Okay, so that's a 12?
That hits.
Jesus Christ, they are just zombies.
They are.
All right, another 9, so that's 18, 19, 25 points total for the
Yep,
round.
and it is still standing. It doesn't look bloodied because it's not bleeding, but it doesn't look right.
Okay, so yeah, Marcus is just gonna shout across the pit. What the fuck? Marcus! I mean,
Okay.
Bonkin! See, you've got me all confused!
Anything else?
No, he's gonna end his
Okay.
turn.
Tempest, you're up.
Yes. Okay, so Tempest will first and foremost, he will click his heels and cast Fly on himself
Okay.
from his boots. This is not a spell.
Helicopter.
So it's going to last for 4 hours. That doesn't. I keep meaning to read this. This doesn't have
Yeah.
an activation time. It just immediately does it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I now fly. So I'm going to fly up to 30 feet. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Just in front of Kira. Here.
Okay.
And then, what's the range on Bane here? Bane will give me 30 feet. Let's see. Too far. Everybody's too far. Okay, so Bane's not going to work. Except for that one guy. No, not even
The
that
dead
one
guy.
Yeah, one dead
aside
guy.
from the dead guy.
Super dead now. Alright, then I'll Fairy Fire.
Yeah,
Can
that
I get
has to
that
be.
guy?
They're doing
Yeah,
training.
I'll get that guy. I'll get the big guy.
Yeah.
60 feet is my range, so I'll hit him with Fairy Fire.
Okay. Let me give you Fairy Fire and you can place it. Fairy Fire.
Oh wait, I'm thinking Guiding Bolt. That doesn't actually hurt him, does it? It just makes him easy to see.
It'll if he takes effect from it, you guys will have advantage to hit him.
That's true. Okay.
Let me
Yeah.
give
So
you
he
initial-
needs.
Hold on 1 second.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it might not even take effect anyway.
True. Okay, but where do you want to place it? You should be able to move that box.
Okay, perfect. You're gonna have the right tool. Alright, so boop, right there.
Okay.
And that's
got it.
going to be Dex 13 from both those guys.
Okay. Okay. This guy takes effect. And your ogre friend. He does not, unfortunately. However, this little zombie guy did take effect from it. So, I'm going to throw that onto the other layer. And then give me 1 second and I'll mark him. Yep. What's Fairy Fire in here? Okay.
All right, yeah, and that's going to be it for Tempest.
All right. Back to the top with Kira.
Yep, Kira is just going to move forward just a little bit. Whoops, tiny bit more. Because I can definitely do basic math. There we go. And I'm going to shoot at this one because I would rather not hit Marcus. That just seems like a wrong character kind of thing to do. So we're going to shoot the non-engaged zombie. Yeah, not a good first shot. It's okay, no one can tell if I miss.
And that was on this one?
Yeah.
That actually hits.
Oh, cool. Okay, shot 1, shot 2. Then a whistle. And a cat.
Okay. It is still standing.
Ooh.
Fairly well. Yeah, that does not hit.
No. Been It was the wrong tone of whistle. Min looks very confused as she's like looking at Kira and walking towards this thing like, you want me to play?
You whistled in common. Anything else?
Yep, my mistake. No, I think we're okay with that.
Okay. Aegis.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for that, Marcus. And then he is going. Yeah. I don't even care if this lasts like a super short time frame. How close do I gotta get? 30 feet.
You know what? Actually, am I supposed to roll on his turn for the fire or on yours?
Wait, for the fairy fire, or are you talking about the bonfire?
For the bonfire.
Or when it ends its turn there.
Okay, let me roll on that really quick, because he may have taken more damage. No, he didn't. He was able to keep himself from taking damage from it again. Alright, sorry, go ahead with your turn.
Puts me just in range. And seeing as how he hasn't taken any damage from that, we will turn around and drop the bonfire on the one that Marcus is fighting.
Whoops. Hold on, sorry.
Oh god, was that an earthquake?
There's a lot of things going on. Okay, hold on. There. Okay, we're good. So many status effects. Okay, hold on one second. So this is on that zombie down there. He fails. What's the what? Do I? Oh, I do. Yeah, you don't want to be in the pit, do you?
Yeah, no.
Thank
I
you,
was just
Xavier.
I was just about to type that into the chat too. Like I think the map got moved.
Yeah, because I moved the other stuff to the map layer so it wasn't in the way of the tokens.
Oh, smart.
And then when I tried
smart.
to move it, then I moved. It was an earthquake. Okay, so what's the damage on the fire?
2d8.
Okay. Six. All right. Yep. And it's Marcus. It's looking rough. So the fire erupts around it, very familiar to you now. And this thing, no sound comes from it or anything, except for maybe like a muffled grunt or groan. But it's not looking great. Anything else, Aegis?
That is it.
Okay.
Unfortunately, because I would like to do something to help Bonkin.
Speaking of Bonkin.
Yes, I think I failed my class in teamwork. I'm going to rage.
Okay. That works. I get it.
And then I will turn around and throw a javelin at this. Which of the two zombies looks better, I guess?
Which of the two? By you?
No, by them.
So the one that's surrounded by fire, even with Bonkin's simplicity, you probably know it's hurting more than the other one. That's how I'll put
Right.
that.
Then I'll throw for this one here.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly because I just realized I only have a range of 30 feet, and the other one's 45.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, you're at 35 right now, so it's going to be a disadvantage.
All right then.
Well, the disadvantage comes because he's in melee combat
And that too. Yeah.
and using a ranged weapon.
Oh yeah, that too. I forgot about that. Unfortunate, but that's the case.
Still hits.
Okay,
okay, so go ahead
perfect.
and roll the damage.
Right, so it takes 7 damage. However, that's the main effect of it is my rage effect. So the veins start popping up all over Bonkin's face and body, and since I hit the zombie, it now has disadvantage to attack anyone that isn't me, and if it does, they take half damage.
Right, and that's the thing you were moving around in the warehouse, right? Or that you were
Right.
able to move around in the warehouse, I should say, your focus.
Yes, it's
Okay.
whoever I hit first on my turn.
Got it. Yep. Okay.
Which I did check if it's melee or not. It's not. It just says whoever you hit first.
Yeah.
So
However it's worded in the rule is what we go with. All right. So yeah, true superhero fashion. Bonkin kind of turns around, does a thing, and this zombie is it's looking a little worse for wear, Kira.
Bonk will kind of shout back to Marcus.
I did go straight, I'll admit that. But I'm still protecting you even from here. I'll keep these two busy and help with that one.
And then I'm gonna turn around. Actually, no, I cannot, because that's not it's not a single weapon. So I used my attack action because I don't have a bonus action. So that's it.
Yep. Perfect.
Actually, I will move here.
Okay.
So, not bad.
That may have been a good call, because it is now the ogre's turn. And you're still the fuzzy guy who is closest, and now the fire's gone, so he is going to attack you. And that's a 23 to hit,
Yeah, that'll.
but it's only 8. It's only 8
So
bludgeoning
it's
damage.
4.
So it's 4. Yep, have to 4. Because you are raging. And it kind of makes it look like he's raging, because he's getting frustrated that he's not hitting you. From what you can tell with his nasty, undead-looking face. Okay, and then moving on to this zombie's turn. So it will attack Min at disadvantage because of the magic crap that Bonkin did. The magic monkey crap. Monkey.
No, I'm just so angry.
Yeah. Hold on one second. The first attack misses horribly because it was a nat 1 because of the disadvantage. And the second one also misses because of the disadvantage.
So I think
So-
I've described it before, but like as it swings at you, you'll see Bonkin's fist just move,
And this
Mhm.
ethereal copy essentially just stops.
Yeah, so Kira, you'll see Bonkin's ethereal hand save Min from what was almost definitely going to be a hit.
Brownie points for multiple party members this combat. Got it.
Moving on to the one in front of Marcus. The fire goes off at the end of its turn, so it is going to attack, or attempt to attack Marcus. And that's actually a 24, Marcus, to hit.
Okay. I will go ahead and pop a telekinetic shield for my reaction
Okay.
to reduce the damage by 3.
Okay, so you take 4 points of slashing damage. Just regular.
Yep. I am down to 6 temporary hit points.
Okay. Okay. That's
Aid
what
for days.
I used to say
Is-
that in VG3. My hit points, what was it?
Sorry, is aid temporary hit points or is it rehealable?
It is
It is
rehealable,
rehealable.
but it's temporary on top of your it's temporary on top of your regular hit points.
Okay, I just wanted to make
Yeah.
sure because all these healing spells confuse me.
Yeah.
Essentially, it goes ahead and goes, hey, for 8 hours, your maximum HP is increased by this much.
And somehow, Aegis, I don't know, I can't even tell you how, but it manages to not get hurt by the fire. It's able to take a couple swings at Marcus, hits him once, and yeah, the fire, unfortunately, he's able to dodge.
Okay.
He still
thank
is
you.
not looking very good, Marcus. Okay, so this zombie is going to take a swing at Bonkin. Again. And that's a dirty 20.
Yeah, that it.
2 points of slashing damage. I rolled minimum damage.
Is that already halved?
No, so it's 1. 1 point.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, it's about the message.
Yeah. And Marcus, it's your turn. They are.
All right. So I will start by kind of rearing back with the radiant blade, and I am going to thrust full force at this fucking zombie in front of me.
Okay.
Beautiful. 18 to hit.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
And that is for 9 points of slashing damage.
Okay, and it hits the ground within the fiery ring that it is stuck.
Beautiful. So I will withdraw that blade, spin it kind of over my arm, and I'm going to charge this other zombie by min. Make my second attack here. So I will slice upwards for 19 to hit.
Yeah.
And for 10 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And then I will use my bonus action for the offhand attack with the non-radiant blade.
Okay.
And that is a 25 to hit.
That definitely hits.
And that will be for 8 points of slashing damage.
Yeah, so in this crazy like focus that Marcus is in, Kira and Aegis, you both, and Tempest too, you guys would all see he goes straight from this one, kind of does, it's almost like he's floating. He just makes it over to this one and takes this one out as well. So he's successfully downed 2 of these things just now during this one turn.
He doesn't even say anything. He goes, that's 5, 10. He literally is going to jump over this thing. 15, 20, 25, 30. And he will kind of just brace with both weapons and kind of, he's eyeing just the situation over here so he knows where he needs to go next, and then I will end my turn.
Okay, give me a perception check, Marcus.
Oh boy. I am okay. 6.
Yeah, that was persuasion.
Oh.
Is it still +0?
It is still +0.
Okay,
Yep,
so
sorry.
6. Nope, that's okay.
I got like 4 zeros in a row down there, so I just...
Yeah, that's peace, yeah.
Try to persuade those eyes.
No problem.
Over here, that's all.
Okay. Very good.
He tries to do the driver's smoldering look.
Yeah.
I call that blue steel.
Oh Lord. Okay, Tempest, go ahead.
Okay, yeah, so Tempest will float. Oh god, it's so weird. I'm gonna float that way.
That is weird.
Pretty sure that was 25 feet. Hang on, let me measure that again. 20 feet, so I got 10 more. Okay. So he's gonna 5, 10 over the hole.
Okay.
Is that arrow still there? Why is that still there? Go away. There we go. Sorry, I was fucking around with the new features of roleplay.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Oh.
All right, so I'm gonna let Fairy Fire die in favor of Cloud of Daggers at level 2 on Big Boy there.
I love that spell. Okay.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one.
Cloud of Daggers.
What is? He doesn't need it. I don't need anything from him, do I? Just hurt.
Yeah, he doesn't get to avoid it. Which
Yeah.
you want it like where?
Yeah, that's fine as long
That's
as
good.
it's within his space. Yeah,
Okay.
it's within 60 feet, so that's perfect.
Okay. So
Um,
yeah, what's the if you want to roll the damage on that?
I would love to.
Who said that?
11 owies.
Okay. All right. Yes, and he takes the full effect of it. But it's almost like you would feel like any other creature when it's getting slashed a bunch by a bunch of magical daggers, they kind of react. He's kind of like he jolts back, but he's undead. So. Anything
Okay.
else, Tempest?
That is it.
All right. Kira.
Kira, she's seems very calm, very focused. Same almost concentration she uses when she's working on something. Not that people have seen that a ton. And she just walks forward, glances around, and takes aim at this one. Please not hitting Bonkin.
DM, no.
Well,
my weapon
I mean,
does-
she erred on the side of caution for the first
Oh, okay.
one.
Times out, so I don't know if that helps with anything with that
Gonna
being dark and shit.
assume
Yeah.
that my 11.
That's actually a good
there.
call.
I can't
Okay.
control it.
Yeah, and I don't think I have it because I
actually,
don't. So an 11 on this. Yeah, I can see that. Yep. Okay, so just as a note, so I forgot Marcus is. Well, go ahead. Do you want to explain?
Yeah, it emits a light.
His weapon now emits a light.
Bright light.
Yes. So, give me another perception check too, please, because it would have been an advantage. And then I'll give a description in just a second.
14.
Okay, perfect. The 11 hits that zombie. So it does take that damage like a bitch.
Do you want me to wait for my second attack until you do perception stuff?
No, go ahead.
Okay. She pulls the
Thank you.
trigger a second time.
Second one's
Mm-hmm.
For another 5 points of damage.
Okay. It changes it completely.
She lets her little, that very sharp whistle out. Min bounds around, next to Marcus and lunges at
The ogre.
big
Okay.
guy.
You hear Marcus say, "Good girl."
That'll hit. Awesome. Yep. It's kind of like slowly moving its arms around, trying to figure out who to be angry at. Oops.
And then Min lets out a throaty, mechanical growl at this thing, and then we end our turn.
Great. I know you can hear me. So Marcus and Tempest, you. So at first, Tempest, you were able to hear as you approached the little pit here. You thought you could hear some sounds, but with Marcus's weapon doing what it's doing, you are positive that you see something here. And Marcus, you're pretty sure you see a hand that just clasped the edge there.
Oh, I'm watching that fucking thing.
Okay. And Tempest, you also believe that you may see something else a little further down, literally right below you.
Would I be able to call out at all, or that's?
Yeah, you could use your environmental for that because I didn't get the description to you in time.
Okay, yeah, I would just yell, "Oh, shit's down in the hole!"
Okay, that sounds about right. All right, Aegis.
Well, Tempest, I guess this is becoming a bit of a signature for us. And then, yeah, create bonfire right on top of the cloud.
On the cloud. Oh God. Okay. The old one.
Hey!
Combo.
It's funny because I was literally sitting here like, well, we did it on the toes the first time. Let's do it on the heel. And then he goes
Perfect.
cloud of daggers. I'm like, oh, perfect. We'll just go ahead and do that combo then.
So he should have to, in my opinion, he should have to do the roll because it just got placed on him. Because you're just moving it around, right? Is it his first turn and then at the end of his turn?
A creature must Any creature in the bonfire space when you cast the spell must make the dexterity save. A creature must also make the save when it moves into the bonfire space for the first time on a turn or ends its turn there.
Perfect. Okay, roll damage because it got a 6.
Spicy 10.
All right. Says the cook. All right, yeah. So you guys, you pull out your old trick from 2 weeks ago, and there are now fiery daggers just destroying this thing's leg right now. Just made me spit on my. Okay. Anything else?
The old
Aegis?
fire blender special.
Oh. I love
No.
and hate that equally. Bonkin, you're up.
Awesome.
That probably didn't help your back.
Right. So Bonkin just kind of pulls his fists to his arms and then just punches out, hitting both, trying to hit both the zombie and the ogre.
Okay. Okay, they
The
both
16
hit.
was for the ogre.
Yeah, they both hit. Okay, I'm gonna call that for the first one for the ogre, the second one for the zombie.
Yeah. So the ogre has disadvantage to hit anyone besides me,
Okay,
and the zombie is perfectly fine with 10 damage.
well, I wouldn't say it's perfectly fine because as you hit it successfully, you do manage to take it out. It hits the ground really hard and ceases moving.
Awesome. And I guess Bonkin just turns to the ogre completely focused, and that's my turn.
All right.
When in doubt, smack it out. So
Between the punches, the daggers, and the fire, this thing is starting to look a little bit rough. And it is now its turn.
If it is swinging on Bonkin, then Min is going to use her reaction to deflect attack and give it disadvantage. Because no.
I think it already gets disadvantage from.
Not. Oh, I thought.
Oh
it
no!
was
If it's
against
attacked
anyone.
somebody else. No, you're correct. So yeah, so it's gonna roll at disadvantage to attack Bonkin.
So in short, he has disadvantage on everyone.
Yeah, which is great because he rolled a nat 1 thanks to Min, so he does not hit Bonkin this time.
Fix Min's programming. It shows.
Yeah, you're no longer trying to kill Bonkin. That's great. Hold on, give me 1 second.
In fact, that's quite the opposite. You're saving Bonkin.
And it does not move out of the fiery daggers. It is far too focused at this time on the creatures in front of it. I rolled for it, so. The dice taketh and the dice taketh. Oh, okay. I need to go back one. All right. So
Roll for damage on those.
oh, yeah, thank you. Good call. Yeah, roll for damage on those because he rolled a nat 1 on the save.
Wait, is it on my turn or is it on
It's
his
at
turn
the
with
end
the
of
cloud
his.
of daggers?
Yeah, so you're
Okay,
gonna
okay.
roll damage now. So 5 fire. Okay.
A lot of 1 and 2s.
That's all right. You guys are nickel and diming him now. Marcus.
Yeah.
This motherfucker.
Ah, motherfuck. What is does it look like a zombie?
It looks like this one that you just fought.
Okay.
These ones that you just fought. It does. Wait. Before I say
Sparta kick that asshole.
that.
I agree with
Okay,
this.
so it does successfully get out of the hole. I had to roll. It does successfully get out of the hole. And as it clambers up, it's going to use its turn to stand up, or it's going to use half its movement to stand up, and then it's going to try to attack you. The first one's a 10.
That does not hit.
The second one is a 12.
12 definitely does not hit.
Okay, and that is its turn. It's just kind of standing there breathing on you right now.
I got you, bitch.
Marcus.
So Marcus, he kind of does like a couple boxing like dodge and weaves, and he is going to brace the blades. He's going to kind of dig them down into the asphalt, and he's going to put his weight back, and with both of his feet in the air, he's going to fucking kick this thing in the chest, and I will use my action for a shove attack.
Amazing. Go ahead.
All right, so so I need to, I need to make an athletics check, and it is going to be contested by its athletics or dexterity, its choice. If I succeed, it is immediately incapacitated and knocked back 5 feet.
He's gonna fall into the pit.
Yep. Well, we'll see. We'll see how this roll goes.
You said athletics or dex?
Or dex. So mine is a 22.
I swear to God, it's a 22. I rolled a 19.
So it would be a contest of whose stat is higher. His dex modifier, I think, or my strength? Mine is a +3. I have a 16, but I think that's... Hang on.
So I used...
It's a contest, so I'm trying to figure out how the contest works. Oh, yeah, his was strength.
I used athletics. His was strength,
okay.
yeah. So I think we tie. So you want to just roll again?
Sure.
Okay, go ahead.
I mean, it's your choice.
Yeah.
You're the DM here.
Go ahead, roll it again.
15.
No, it's a 14. Okay, so...
So yeah, I'm just gonna kick him back 5 feet into that motherfucking pit.
Yep, he sure does. He sure does fall. So let me roll some dice really quick to see if he's going to even be able to crawl out again. Okay. So you hear a very loud, heavy thunk and like a grunt.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, yeah. That was...
Alright, I will then move 20 feet, because this only replaces one of my attacks.
Mhm.
So I will go ahead and attack with the, well, one attack with the radiant one. That's a dirty 20 on the big guy.
Okay. That will definitely hit.
Okay, so that's going to be 11 slashing, and since I hit for the first time this turn, I'm going to spend a psychic point, and I'm going to put a force, or an energy die into it. So that's 24 total. 4 of that is force damage.
Alright, yeah.
And then I'll use my bonus action to just swing with the non-enchanted blade.
Okay.
And that is not great. That's only an 8.
That hits.
You gotta be... Oh, this is a fucking zombie.
It's
ogre.
a fucking
Okay.
zombie. That hits exactly. Just...
Yeah. Okay, so that's for another 6 points.
Okay, and he is looking awful. I mean, he already looked and smelled terrible, but now he's barely standing. Honestly, the cloud of daggers is probably helping him to stay up at this point. That's how rough he is.
Okay, I will, I'm going to end my turn.
Alright. Tempest.
Okay, so is the thing that I saw down there, it was directly below me,
Yes.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Can I still see it?
Yeah, there's still... It's not as good of lighting as when Marcus was down further, but you can see... It looks like there is a zombie clambering up this side, or attempting to, at least.
Okay. All right, I'll yell to Kira, look out, another zombie coming up.
Yes.
And I'll kind of scoot pretty much to the center of the hole here. So that's 5, 10, and then 10 upwards.
Okay.
So I'm not like on ground level, it's just so like something can like fucking
So you're
snatch
10
me and
feet
bring
up,
me into
okay.
the fucking hell. And then yeah, I don't want to drop that concentration. So I'm going to take out my gun
Okay.
and I'm going to shoot the big guy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Know exactly what I'm doing with this, guys.
Aegis has one, yeah, I just missed his. Thank you.
Oh, okay, that's not bad.
That hits, yeah, that'll hit.
Wow, look at that. Pew!
So you shoot and you're a little nervous about it. but you do manage to hit it, and as the bullet hits this thing, it goes straight through the neck of the ogre, and the ogre hits the ground. It had
Oh, shit.
exactly 7 hit points.
Holy fucking shit, guys! I did it!
Good shot, Mr. Tempest.
Holy shit.
Wow. To be honest, I thought I was going to hit one of you guys. There's more zombies coming up, by the way.
Yeah. And you guys, as he points it out, Marcus, you were hearing it pretty clearly. Everybody can hear clambering now, scratching and zombie sounds coming from the pit. Kira, you are up.
Okay. I'm gonna take a step forward. Taking like a 4-foot step forward because I don't want to go in this pit. But taking a step forward, and I'm just gonna look
Okay.
and see if I can tell how far down this thing is. Can I do with dark vision if it matters?
1 second. It is about 10 feet down from where you are right now.
Okay. We're just gonna try and shoot it.
Okay, that seems logical.
So she just crossbow straight down.
Yeah, that hits. You shoot it in the hand, and if there was actually an arrow, it would probably be sticking out of its hand right now. But it continues to climb.
Okay. Let's try that again.
That does hit, and same thing. It's still climbing, but it's looking quite damaged at this point.
Okay. I am going to whistle Min over and just say in that Everitalic Elven that it's to me, get ready. And I'm gonna have Min ready to attempt to murder.
Okay.
For my environmental, can I grab my sword instead?
Yeah, you can swap out
Okay,
your weapons.
cool. Let's do that. And that'll be our turn.
All right. And since, let's see, so Tempest and Kira are there, Marcus's weapon is kind of lighting it. You can tell that it's not like a never-ending pit. Like, there is a bottom to it. It looks like it might be, and it's slanted, which is why they're able to climb. So it looks like it's probably about 30 feet to the bottom on a like a diagonal. All right. Aegis.
Well, looks like we're basically done up here. Why don't we lighten the place up a bit? And he's gonna go ahead and reach down for like just if he can't find any small little just like a pebble or anything on the ground, he'd probably just go ahead and grab the rock off of the staff. And then he'll touch.
Since there's a giant hole, there's plenty of gravel around. Like, this clearly wasn't a hole that's supposed to be here.
Then yeah, he'll just grab like a kind of decent sized piece, nothing huge, and he'll go ahead and touch the tip of the staff to it and go, Solasun. And with that, we'll go ahead and cast light on the piece and then toss it on into the hole there, so that way we can see it a little better.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. So it falls. Like I said, it's about 30 feet. There is a slant kind of all the way around, except for up here. It looks like maybe there's a tunnel or something underneath. But yeah. So it is lit up, and you are able to see pretty clearly these two zombies clambering or trying to climb up and out of the hole. They both look pretty well damaged as well. Having a hard time getting up there. Anything else?
Just a call out real quick. Seems like we only got 2, but someone's been digging. And with that, that'll be my turn.
All right. Bonkin.
Two other. Where's the other one? I think I saw Miss Kira shoot one.
Yeah, but Bonk never saw the other one. Is it
Oh,
this-
I see what you're
Or if
saying.
he doesn't know if it's that one.
Yeah.
I guess he'll go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Friendly pass. Can I... How far down is the zombie?
Which one?
The
Oh,
one by
down here.
Kira.
It's about 10 feet down.
Cool, that's within range. Can I throw it off?
You could certainly try.
Can I make a shove attack then? I guess the same
Yeah.
as Marcus.
Yep.
Just kind of reach down, pull it, and then just grab it, and then just toss it off.
Mm-hmm.
So with rage, does athletics count towards that? Because it is a strength stat, but rage says strength checks and saves.
Yes.
Well, that's 26.
Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, no. So, Kira, Bonkin, like, comes up next to you, and,
Yeah,
Go ahead.
let me help you with that.
yeah, do you want to describe what you do?
Yeah, he just kind of, I guess, Bonkin style, he kind of just grab the zombie, like lift it up, and then just kind of throw it inside. Not as cool as Marcus's, but like effective, I guess. Long
Alright.
live the king style.
Perfect. Yeah. So, it can't do a whole lot against that. So, it falls. Give me a second here. Okay. So, it falls and kind of like starts to roll down, almost like a log, and then hits like a jagged part of the ground and hits the bottom of the hole here and stops moving.
And then I'm guessing I can see the other one from here.
Yeah, you can see it.
Okay, well, I can't do anything about it now because it's too far. But we'll kind of just point out and go,
The other one's over on the other side. Are we going down?
and then that'll be like the end of my turn.
Okay. All right. No, he's dead. All right. So this guy is going to climb. He's going to climb out here, but he's only going to be able to get to the edge, and is actually he doesn't have enough. Well, yeah. So he's going to stand up, and that's going to be the end of his turn. Marcus.
Alright, seeing this asshole climb back out of the pit after I kicked him down there once, I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20. And I'm going to attack this bitch, but I am going to start with a shove.
Okay.
So that's going to be a 22 athletics.
Okay. Oh no, not this time. It didn't stand a chance.
Yeah, so I dig the, this is literally the same exact
It
spot.
is,
So I just
yeah.
dig the damn blades back in, I rear back and I say, stay in the hole. And I kick the fucking thing. Bam.
Alright, let me roll some dice. Okay. Yeah, so you guys see Marcus Sparta kicks this damn thing straight back into the pit, and it hits really hard about halfway down and rolls the rest of the way and just lays still at the bottom.
Alright, so I will take a step forward. And I'm just gonna at this point hold the blade with the light kind of into the pit and just really try to get a good solid look at what the fuck we're looking at here.
Okay, I know you hate them, but give me a perception check. And you can do it with advantage. Not persuasion. Yeah.
Ah,
Okay.
I'm so bad at this. This is not the character.
You think you're pretty sure though. You can't make anything out in particular, but you're pretty sure that you did see a shadow over here, like a moving shadow over here. Anything else, Marcus?
Marcus will say. You said this. It looks like it's about 30 feet down.
About 30 feet, but there's a slant. It's not like a straight down drop.
Marcus is going to say, shit, there's still somebody down there. And I'll use my last 5 feet of movement to jump into the pit.
Okay. And you're able to get on. It's not really a ledge because this wasn't purposefully made, but you're able to get 5 feet in and catch your footing. There's no problem.
Okay. And then I will end my turn.
Okay.
Well, I guess that answers my question.
Tempest.
I wish I had some other than fairy fire kind of things to light up the area with. Yeah, okay, so I'll let the cloud of daggers die because I can't move it. And I'll lower down just below the street line, so like I'd say like 5 feet below street level, if I can. And how would this even work? Could I drop a fairy fire just at that tunnel? Would it get inside at all, or would I have to be able to see it?
I mean, you can see like this part of it. You can't see too far into it, but if you wanted to try to drop it here and just kind of let it do its thing surrounding, you could see what happens.
Yeah. Okay, I'll do that. So yeah, just pretty much at the entrance of the tunnel, and yeah, let's see if anything gets lit up, I suppose.
Okay, let me get that for you. Fairy fire. The guide. Like thereabouts? Underneath?
Yeah, as long as that's roughly where the tunnel entrance is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Give me a second. What's the save on that?
Dex 13.
13. Yeah, so you don't see any figures light up, but you do you light up this like stuff at the bottom there. So like there's like a pipe there that's kind of lit up now, but you weren't able to catch any figures.
All right, that's it for me.
All right. Kira.
Okay. So between Aegis's light, Marcus's blade, and the fairy fire, cannot see an actual figure anywhere, so it's got to be further into the pipe from what's being lit up.
Yeah, what you can submit. The pipe itself doesn't look large enough to be crawled into or anything, but there is an area surrounding it that's a bit of a tunnel.
Okay, there's a tunnel around it. Cool.
Yep.
Is it something, visualization, knowing the spells I have, how wide is this tunnel? Does it look like?
The tunnel, it's about 10 feet wide.
Well, that's annoying. Okay.
Okay.
A 5-foot wide spell that I was thinking about sending down. She's going to go into just walk down, see if she can peer down the tunnel and see something.
Okay.
Because if she can, then she's going to attempt to murder it.
All right. How far in are you going?
Let's say, that would be 5, 10, and that'd be 20. So that'd be 20 feet of movement.
Yeah,
but
it's 30 feet going slanted.
Oh, yeah.
So are you trying to go like 20 feet down?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Just give me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
So you do trip part of the way down, because again, it's not meant for climbing in and out of. So you do trip part of the way down, and you take just 5 points of.
I'd like to burn one of my reaction for the round and throw a telekinetic shield over her, please.
Okay,
thank
and
you.
Marcus, take a DM inspiration as well, please.
Thank you. That is 4 points reduced.
Okay, so you take 1 point of bludgeoning damage, thanks to Marcus. So that familiar pink energy that has saved your ass many times just saved it again. You're pretty sure. Instead of smacking your head on that rock, it hit you in the shoulder.
So she grunts, and then in Elven, it's a thank you. She calls back up. Still looks down the tunnel.
All right. So looking down the tunnel, you are like 99% sure that you can see a figure. It's kind of hard with all of the light stuff surrounding you right now, but you're pretty sure you see a figure, and it doesn't look like it's running away. It looks like it's kind of like peeking. The hamster ball.
Okay. Dislike. I'm going to... Fuck. Do I still have 10 feet of movement left then? Or how does that work with having...
You have 10 feet of movement, but there's still 10 feet until you're at solid, like, level ground.
Okay, and how far would you say this figure is? I'm sorry, I'm doing a lot of...
Nope, it's
theater of the
okay.
mind there.
Hold on 1 second. It's about 25 feet into the tunnel.
Okay, I'm gonna take my 10 feet to move a little bit further, grab crossbow, ready that to shoot at any sign of hostility, or even fleeing, and hostility or fleeing, and then she's going to say in common, I would recommend surrendering now so you don't... And she's just not even going to finish the sentence. And then she's going to whistle for Min to come next to her and look scary and intimidating, and hopefully not tumble down the incline.
Do that once a turn.
Okay.
That's going to totally kill her whole vibe.
It just sounds like a tin can going down the road.
Oh god, something's rattling.
You know what? If Min...
She only barks now.
Can I burn my inspiration for Min? Because that's
Yeah,
thematically
that's
appropriate?
You can, yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh no.
That was worse.
Min!
Min... God, you guys make me so mean. So Min starts to like climb in, but again, like it's all rock and loose gravel and stuff because this is, it's a caved in portion of a street. She loses her footing a little bit, kind of spins backwards and tries to claw to save herself and does a little tumble, and then she does land on her feet for whatever that's worth, but she takes 1 point of bludgeoning damage as well.
Okay. Resistance just still makes that one. It doesn't negate it completely.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. So anyone above, since she's well spotlit, would see Kira. Kira grunts almost like as just lets out a breath as Min hits. Yep, that was fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's where we're at. I would like to read you on that turn though, because that sucked.
Sorry. Sometimes I can't help it. Okay, give me 1 second here. Okay. Give me a con save, Kira.
Okay. Con here.
Oh, you're good. Okay. Yeah, you're fine. You see like a sickening green energy come shooting at you from down the tunnel from the same area where you saw that creature peeking. Thankfully, it looks like since it was just peeking, it didn't have a good view of you. It didn't have a good shot.
Will that trigger my own? There's hostility, so shoot it.
Yeah.
Okay. Very weird turn.
She can see the figure. She can't see it directly, but she's able to see it peeking. Yeah.
So 26 and 10. With the first shot, I don't actually know if I get both shots.
Yeah, so 26 does hit. And so you do hear, as you release the energy, you're kind of connected to it, and you're able to hear it. You're able to hear like a, oh, like something just got hit.
Okay. Second shot.
That hits. And you hear it again. You hear the, oh! And suddenly you can't see it peeking anymore. Anything else?
I got it. That's it.
All right.
That was a very rough 6 seconds in Kira's life.
That was rough. Just go ahead. It was more like 9 seconds, to be fair.
Kind of surprised by the overall turn of events. Aegis is just going to run over one in case anything happens up here potentially again. Up to Bonkin here. He's going to... Wait, that would be... Yep. So, second level Cure Wounds.
On Bonkin, okay.
Yep. Booyah, 14 back to you, Bonkin.
Pretty good.
There you go. That one was cool. Thank you.
Spell slot.
Yep. And then we're going to go ahead and, in true halfling fashion, we're going to slide down this thing like we have a sled. Even though we don't.
Oh, no.
You got a shield, right?
No, I'm a sorcerer.
That would be funny. Okay.
That would be a great idea, though. I'm going to have to remember that. Grab a shield.
Give me a dexterity saving throw, please. It'd be a lot cooler down.
And I'm going to burn a DM inspiration on that.
Okay, please do that.
What the? Back-to-back twos.
That's so unfortunate.
Oh.
That's the worst. Okay.
I have a descriptive request a little bit. Could there just be that cartoonish like collision at the end of this like ramp?
Yeah, so Aegis goes to slide down like a badass, but unfortunately catches like a divot right at the beginning and just topples and tumbles and takes 6 points of bludgeoning damage from all of the separate jagged rocks you hit on the way down, and lands at Kira's feet. Well, actually, before you get all the way down, so you are farther than Kira now.
Okay, so like kind of there in front of her and Min?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because she's still about 10 feet up, I believe.
And he would probably just like quite literally roll through like one of those little pill bugs at this point as he gets down.
Give me a concentration check as well, please, because I believe you still have the fire up top. Oh, yeah. Your fire stays.
No, you didn't see what happened on the screen, though. Halfling kicked in because it was a nat 1 at first.
Oh, so then it went to a 20. Wow, that's awesome. That 20 would have been really good like 3 seconds ago. Anything else?
You know what? That final rock that he hits, as he comes rolling and tumbling, he just kind of like rolls forward a little bit on his ass and then flops back and goes, "Oh, that's right." And he'll go ahead and drop the bonfire finally.
Okay. All right. Anything else for your turn?
That'll be it.
All right. Oh, sorry, Bonkin.
He'll just look at everyone and like Tempest is just floating above.
Right, I guess you can fly down. Well, no one answered my question, but I guess I got it anyway.
And he's gonna just take a step forward and drop down.
Okay. Just like there. Okay. All right, so give me a dexterity saving throw, please. Oh my god, come on, guys.
Oh, this is good.
I need to ask, does everybody else down at the bottom need to make dexterity saving throws for a tumbling bonkin?
No, thankfully no. It's more of a sliding. You do take 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
I'm still raging, so it's
So it's 3, yeah. And then Bonkin makes it to the bottom, kind of awkwardly sitting. Anything
Right,
else?
that didn't go as planned.
Since I'm like in, and I still have, I think I only took a 5-foot step. I still have like 35 feet of movement.
Sure.
So can I guess just go as far in as I can?
Yeah, that's fine. So as you get to here, everything is kind of lit up by fairy fire right now, and you are able to see there's something up ahead in the tunnel, up that way. It's not the tunnel doesn't go too terribly far. It's not like a full underground tunnel through the whole town, but there's definitely digging here, and it stinks.
All right, then I guess I'll just go. I'll go up ahead. Shoot guys in a bit, and I'm gonna use my action to dash.
Okay.
40 more feet.
Okay. Yeah, so it doesn't. You don't even have to do that. If you had 35 feet, you can get to it with your regular movement. Like I said, it's not.
Oh,
that.
then, yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. So you are able to finally see. This guy. Its face is covered. It's dressed as shit. What are those things called? Plague doctor. Thank you. Yes, it's dressed as a plague doctor. And it's moving around. It's not shambling. Like it's moving normally, like a humanoid would. You also would have seen something, green come at Kira from this direction, since you're right at the top.
In that case, is there anything else around except him?
All you see is him.
In that case, Bonkin will punch this guy, because I haven't used my bonus action either to just punch him twice.
Non-lethally, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Heart willing doesn't count as movement. It's true.
Why does he need to use his bonus action to attack?
Because he hasn't done it. He hadn't done anything.
But if he can only do it if he takes the attack action.
Yeah, that's true. Did you say you're taking your attack or your bonus?
I haven't used my action yet, so I'm using both because I
okay.
can't, because I have two. Technically, I have two weapon fighting because I have two fists because I don't
Right.
have multi-attack.
So you're using your
Didn't you
attack.
say? But you just said you dashed. Do you get a free dash?
No, he didn't have to
No,
dash.
I didn't. I didn't have.
He didn't
to.
have. He was going to, but it
Okay, I
doesn't
gotcha.
go that deep. Yeah. Yeah. So those both hit.
Because he said bonus action. I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah. No, I think he was saying he's using his action and bonus action. Okay. 8 and 9. All right. Yeah. So you pummel this guy. Like, you run up to him and just smash him like right on top of the dome because that mask is a pain in the ass to try to punch around. And he takes it. He takes it full force, and you can hear like a sound of pain escape him.
In that case, at the end of that, he'll just go. If you want, you can always surrender. We won't, kill you if you give up. And that'll be the end of my turn.
Okay. That actually takes us to him. So he is going to he's going to try to hit you. He has a oh my god, all the words are escaping me today. What's the thing with this on the top? Like it's long.
A scythe?
A scythe, yes, thank you. So he's got a scythe in his hand. He's going to try to hit you.
On a side note, this doesn't apply now, but in case he does anything later, he has disadvantage to attack everyone except me.
Okay. Oh yeah, because you hit him. And he does hit you. It's with a 25.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Is who raging? Yeah.
You didn't lose it.
No. Come on. And that is for 2 points of necrotic damage.
All right, so 1 point.
Well,
Oh, it's necrotic. Never mind. No,
necrotic,
I take that.
so
Yeah.
it's 2, yeah.
Ouchie.
And he's going to say back to you. He's going to say, I don't surrender. I never surrender.
Well, that's rude.
Marcus.
Alright, so Bonkin just vanished into this fucking tunnel. And we have no idea from up top here, like, how deep that bitch goes, right?
Yeah, you can see that it goes in like it past the top here, but you're not entirely sure how far until you go a little bit further down.
Okay. I will, 'cause I'm just right on underneath the lip here, but I'm not interested in falling like all these other assholes, so I am going to use my boots of striding and springing, which allow me to triple my jump distance, and I'm just going to jump the remaining length of the slants, just kind of jump over it so I don't have to worry about stumbling on shit.
Okay.
But I can't go past my total normal movement, so I jump 30 feet down to the bottom, and then I'm going to bolt into the tunnel, going up to whatever side is open, because you said it's a 10-foot wide tunnel?
It's a 10-foot wide tunnel, yeah.
Okay, so then I'll go to whatever. He's on the left.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I'll go to the right, and I'm just gonna fucking.
Yep, and you can
bolt down.
see.
And how far did you say it was down that?
So it was only
Down. How far is he down the tunnel?
like into the tunnel, 15 feet.
50. Okay,
Yeah.
that's perfect.
Yeah. So you can see, and you could probably even get up to him, I believe. You can see him in combat with this guy.
Okay, perfect. So jumping still uses speed, so I will have to use my action to dash, which will give me another 30 feet, so it'll give me 15 feet to get to him and 15 left over. So I'll do that, and then I will go ahead and I will action surge.
Okay.
And for my action, I will choose to attack this fucking guy with the Radiant Blade.
Okay.
Twice.
Yep.
So I will 18.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Okay, so I strike him once for 11 points of slashing.
Okay.
And then I will follow up with my blade again, and that is for a 19 to hit.
Yep.
And 10, so 21 points of slashing damage. And then I'm going to use my. I'm going to use my bonus action. So after he slices at this guy twice, he's going to kind of take a breath, and the visor will glow, and there's like a kind of a purple electric ripple down his body. And I'm going to use my psionic recovery to regain a psychic point, and then I will end my turn.
Perfect. And so as you hit him, they are solid hits, and he's like grasping his side right now. You slice him across the left side of his ribs, and he's trying to keep it closed right now. Sounds like he might even be having some trouble breathing. Tempest.
Wow, guys, you really made a heroic entrance there. Tempest will just kind of hover down gently.
Okay.
Just try to see what's going on. He can see that the tunnel is pretty well piled in. Actually, instead of trying to crowd in there, can I just reverse my movement? Instead of going down, I'll just kind of like maybe hover a little bit higher, just so I can look around to make sure like there's nothing else happening here. Okay, so perception.
Yep. So what would you say? You're like 15
feet down or?
So
Or
I
are you
was-
staying
I
just
was-
5 feet down?
I was originally 5 feet down, so seeing everybody kind of piling in there, I'm just gonna not try to, plug that hole as much as I can. So I'll just hover I'll just go 10 feet directly up from where I was. So yeah, 5 feet, I guess, above the ground is where I'm at.
Got it. Okay.
So yeah, I'm just looking around to see if there's any more like zombies or any more of a thing,
Yeah,
because it did say there was a dozen fighters in the area.
Right. Yeah, that was the report that came in. Yeah. So with the perception check of 15, absolutely, you can tell. The only shit that you see down there right now is this weird dude that they're fighting, and then the corpses that you guys knocked down. You don't see or hear anything else right now, and it doesn't really look like there's anywhere else anything could be hiding at this point. Bagpipe drums.
All right, then with that, actually, yeah, I'll let the fairy fire drop because I'm sure it's at this point just blinding everybody.
Okay.
And yep, that'll be it.
All right. Just remove that. There we go. Okay. Actually, I gotta take Aegis's off too. Okay. Kira.
Yeah. How's my footing at the moment?
Lose.
You feel a little more confident now that you kind of stepped into it. You feel like you got this.
Okay. I'm going to, if there's enough space to get close enough to this guy, I'm going to. There's not. Okay.
No, it's only a 10-foot hallway, and you've got
but-
2 people there.
Okay. But one of those people is Aegis.
No, one of them is Marcus, one of them is Bonkin.
Aegis is in front of me.
Correct.
Okay. Cool. No, I don't feel like shooting my friends again.
She's so scared
That
about it
just
now.
seems not the way to go. So the 2 of us are just going to ready to fire at other enemies / Maul as needed.
Okay. All right, excellent. Aegis.
Well, first off, we're going to go ahead and stand back up. And then seeing that Marcus and Bonkin are now standing in front of this dude, he's just going to chuckle a little bit. At this point, good sir, it's less about trying to go ahead and quit or anything, and more just survive to fight another day. And I will go ahead and try to persuade him to just calm the fuck down.
All right, give me a persuasion check. Did not expect that.
I'm glad you're doing it.
With a 2.
Oh, it was almost a 4. So unfortunately, it doesn't work. Like, you feel pretty persuasive, but he looks at you and just kind of like shakes it. Like, you can see the nose of the mask go back and forth. I like that though. That was good.
Your funeral then, Doctor. And that'll be it.
Okay. Bonkin.
Right, well, Mr. Marcus, I get he doesn't really want to give up. But this might be one of them, what does the Golden Commander call it? Villain, I think, things. Bad people. So he might know something about the performance. I'm gonna try and not kill him, and then I'll swing twice.
Okay. Non-lethal, I assume.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that hits. 26 hits. That also hits. Okay. Yeah, so you punch him right in the side of the head, and you knock his mask off of his face, and he hits the ground unconscious.
Yeah, like that.
Where is that symbol? And we can now leave initiative order. Combat is effectively over.
Did you get him? Looks like it's clear up here.
I got
Don't see anything up there, do you, Tempest?
No, it looks like this is the only disturbance here. I don't count a dozen though. Maybe it's just hard to tell. It's nighttime, right?
It is. It is.
Evening. Yeah.
Evening, yeah, it's dark enough, yeah.
Yeah, maybe I hope they just got confused with the darkness out here, but yeah.
Alright, hope so. If there anything on the roofs, like the teleport. And
Exactly. Look around now.
Okay, yeah. Tempest will zoom up as high as he can go to rooftop level, I guess.
Okay.
And Aegis is going to start scrambling back up the hole as fast as he can.
I guess
Alright.
Bonkin will kind of grab the guy and like lift him up and start walking out.
Yeah, as Bonkin starts to walk out, Marcus puts a finger in his chest, looks and waits for Aegis to finish climbing out of the pit, and then he says, "If you intend on deviating from our plans in the future, at least make sure they're not the plans you made." And Marcus will turn and begin to walk out of the pit.
Right.
Right.
Kira watches this little exchange, says absolutely nothing, and starts to very, very carefully make her own way out of this pit.
You guys are able to successfully climb up a lot easier than it was to try to make your way down because it's just easier. Tempest, can you give me a perception check, please?
Okay.
17. Okay, great. Okay, great. Yeah, you don't see any portals or anything like that. I mean, you shoot up pretty quickly and start looking around. You don't see anybody on any roofs. There are a few people with their blinds and stuff open that probably shouldn't have them open, but outside of that, no issue. You don't see anything suspicious up top.
All right, yeah, and he'll zoom down. It looks clear. Everything. No. Arctic Phoenix. No. I still think that's a better name. I should think she should have went with that. No, sorry. Focus. No bad guys on the roofs.
All right. These corpses probably don't have much on them, but this bastard being dragged out of the pit, let's give him a quick pat down, make sure he doesn't have any weapons on him before we put him in the trunk, and gather what is now ours, and head back.
Somebody has shackles, right?
Yeah, you gave us all one.
No, those shackles disappeared a long time ago, didn't they? The ones you had made for us, Tempest?
Oh yeah, they only last for an hour, but I thought somebody.
Yeah, no, I was gonna go ahead and basically have everybody have a set of handcuffs and everything, like I was talking about before we had started the downtime and all that.
Yeah, Marcus made sure. I know that Marcus handed some out too. So.
Yeah, I gave 3 sets out to Bonk, and I have 2 sets on me. So.
Sorry, I forgot mine at the house.
What were you doing with those? Okay,
I was in a rush. I had to get all my instruments.
Right. With that, he's gonna push the visor and call for the car.
Okay, yeah, and you will hear. It doesn't take very long. Like you can tell, he was kind of idling nearby. You hear him pull up. Well, no, you don't. It's a quiet car, but you see him pull up, and he immediately, as he sees Bonkin walking with this guy, pops the trunk of the SUV.
You sleeping with the fishes tonight.
Mark is gonna climb in the driver's seat. You know, I have you listed as the driver in my phone book on my visor. What's your name?
Hold on, I knew it like for 3 sessions, and now it's left in my head. Hold on. I do have it. Don't worry. Oh,
You always just said the driver's here, and I was like, okay, done. And I was
Hello,
like, wait a minute.
driver.
Now that we know what his beautiful face looks like.
Oh, he seems a little taken aback. Like, actually, it's Zachary. Zachary Sharpash.
Sure.
Very well. Mr. Zachary, I think it's probably time we get the hell out of here. Is headquarters on the way for cleanup?
Yes, they'll be here shortly. I'm not too worried. They're usually here right as we take off. So.
Did we check the tunnel? Was there anything more in the tunnel? There was a little. Was that as far as it went? Just like that?
Yeah, it just
he
kind
was?
of like ended. It was more of a cavern. It just was a little bit of a tunnel, and then it just kind of ended. It was really stinky too, so you suspect maybe he was living down there with them for a little bit, if you can call that living. So
Living?
unliving, yeah. So Zachary, as you guys, he does a little U-turn. As you guys start heading out, you do actually see the other like unmarked black SUV driving past, which is very familiar. It's the investigation crew. He takes you back to quarters. As you get there, the interrogation team comes out, grabs the guy out of the back, and they do thankfully respect you, or respectfully thank you, and thankfully respect you, I guess.
You're welcome.
To think I'm not drinking tonight. Yeah, so then Zachary says, well, until next time.
Yes, thank you, Zachary.
Mr. Shapash.
Shabash.
Have a good night.
You as well. And he doesn't, like, you guys are aware that there's a garage, like a parking garage. He takes off toward that, and you guys are able to go into headquarters.
What do you think? What do you think that was all about? I think he like just kind of lived under there, and there was some kind of like cave in, and all his zombies got out. You think that's what it was going on?
Either that, or he ended up just going ahead and find him a little spot, hatch out a plan.
I mean, that couldn't have been his plan, right? I mean, that's a pretty shitty plan. Just to make a hole in the middle of the street and.
Maybe something's wrong with him.
Maybe he just didn't like the road. It was pretty noisy.
That's fair. What race was this guy?
He was an elf.
Elf.
Mm-hmm.
Any special kind of elf or just generic?
Just kind of like
a high elf.
High elf.
Okay. Interesting. Does he look old? Actually, does he look undead?
He did not look undead.
He just looks like sickly.
Sickly, skinny.
Yeah, okay.
His eyes had kind of a wild. When the mask got knocked off of him, like right as you could tell something wasn't right upstairs. Like his eyes just didn't look. They looked crazed.
I think maybe he was just stuck under there for hundreds of years, and
it's possibly maybe the underbelly of the city just drove him mad. Obviously, he had some proficiency in conjuring the dead, so either way, I'm glad we found him. I'm curious to see if the Golden Commander can get any more information out of him, because now I've got questions.
this was far away from like the from the arena, right? From the venue, or was it like opposite direction, or was it like closer? Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't near the theater. I mean, it wasn't like the opposite side of town or anything, but
Right.
it wasn't right outside the theater or anything.
Okay.
Good question.
Yeah, my first thought was maybe that he was tunneling for the Frozen Phoenix to the theater, but this is way too far away from it, so it doesn't even really make much sense.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if something like this had a connection to the hell was the name again? Phoenix?
Frozen Phoenix. Come on.
Frozen. Damn it. You're right, Arctic does sound much better.
Right? When we see her next, or whenever we actually face to face with her, I don't know. We should let her know.
Maybe that's all she needs to change to
Yeah.
Being decent.
Yeah, she just needs some good old-fashioned critiquing, you know.
I don't know. You get the double F sound. It's got a nice little alliteration to it.
Alliteration, yeah.
I don't know. I think Arctic just sounds a bit better. And if that does change it, then great.
The Arctic Assailant. There we are. Just get rid of the Phoenix
Ooh.
altogether.
That is pretty nice.
No, you might
Probably
have
better.
something there, Marcus.
It's probably better than Portal Woman. That's what I've been calling her.
No, that's fair too. Bing, bing. Oh, there's our elevator.
Well, if any of you need me, I'll be on in the kitchen. And he's going to go ahead and start walking off back towards the kitchen to continue making dinner.
Oh shit, that's right. It's dinner time.
I'll join you. I'll see if I can figure out how to work these things and help you out. And then as he leaves, Miss Kira, please remember to maybe bring my pipe back when you're done with it.
Did we get loot from that, or was that kinda
You got loot. I'll send it
Do
over
you
to
want
you.
it now? I do most of my work at night.
It is fine. I can use cooking.
Are you
Calm down.
sure? Okay.
I'll tell you later.
Yeah. If you, I mean, just whatever you need, Bunkin.
Thank you.
She seems very distracted at the moment.
What's she looking at?
Min, and the small, tiny little dent that's currently on Min.
She's obsessed with people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and
I can't help you. Can't
there's a
help you
little
fix
thing.
that.
Pretty much the second. So Kira, she's passing by the kitchen, says, "I'll catch up. Need to take care of," and she's already past the kitchen.
Don't forget to actually eat some dinner.
Yeah, sure.
I'll bring it to you later.
And I'm making this out like it's gonna be a big thing, but she's gonna end up just mending. Man.
Yeah. Yeah, and she, I mean, it's almost like Kira cannot even look at anybody else. She is like dead set focused on that dent. Which the rest of you, if Min was yours, you'd be like, oh, that sucks. You know, that's cool though. It's a battle scar or whatever. But she's clearly obsessing.
Yep, so she goes and takes care of that, and then makes sure that she is perfectly clean and maintained. And then she processes, like, cleans her weapons and stuff. Min first, 100%.
Okay.
Right, Mr. Aegis. Do you need help with anything?
Oh, certainly. You could go ahead and help with whatever you want. And he'll start looking around and kind of start giving a little bit of instruction.
They'll probably hear like the occasional
How do you work this? What does this do? Shit, it's on fire.
Okay, let's... And he'll quickly... Okay, we'll try that one again.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to swear. It just scared me.
Oh, no, trust me. Considering my family, you ain't seen nothing.
I'd love to meet your family when we get back.
I would too.
You'd like to meet your family?
Well, again, you know. Been here, like a month now.
Yeah, we have been here a while. I hope they're doing okay.
I don't know entirely what Tempest or Marcus are doing, but Bonkin, especially working right beside Aegis in that moment, would have heard that change up in the voice there too.
Yeah, Marcus is in the process of pulling the guns apart, and he begins to clean them. Just pulls everything out to the point where he's actually pulling the bullets out of the fucking magazines and like rubbing them off.
Tempest is just kind of like in the booth over there, kind of idly playing his flute a little bit, just kind of being around you guys, but not really paying attention to what you guys are saying.
No, I think
Okay.
I think at the start of it, Bonk can be pretty like I guess shaky as he calms down from his rage, and that's probably why something got lit on fire. But it'll calm down as things go on.
Yeah, and Aegis will just kind of guide him through. I do not actually have anything prepared, so we're just going to go with one of the ones from last time. Chicken Cacciatore.
There you go. I love that it's all Italian. It makes me so happy. Or at least Italian inspired, heavily Italian.
When Kira ends up smelling no longer charred bonkin anything and it's actual like cooking and stuff, and when Min's taken care of, she is going to come and join them and say, she's going to kind of nod to Marcus taking care of his weaponry.
You'll see a
Did
smile from Bonkin.
Did everyone, do you need anything taken care of? I have my tools out if anything needs to be cleaned, maintained. That smells so good. But we shouldn't let anything wait. Not too long. Not even till after dinner.
Just relax. It's fine. We're good. Just come on, have a seat. Just chill.
Come and have a seat.
Yeah.
You need food if you're gonna go ahead and try to keep maintaining everything. Gotta have the energy to keep going.
Her eyes.
You know, I think I forgot my javelin in that one zombie.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Maybe the cleanup crew will bring it back.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't really use them.
Master Aegis, do you happen to know, or Master Tempest? Actually, sorry, Master Aegis, you're cooking, my apologies. Master Tempest, could you possibly tell us what this is? I found this in the satchel of shit we had picked up from those bad boys. Looks like something out of a tome of some sort, but I don't understand it.
Yeah, sure, I'll take a look at it. What am I looking at?
So I hand you the page from a spell book.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, we'll take a look at it. What do we got here?
So,
While he's deciphering that, everybody, and he starts pushing piles of coin. Everybody gets 40 silver pieces and 12 gold from what we found.
So we got like these plastic cards, and this motherfucker's still carrying around gold and silver? He must have been down there for a long ass time.
Well, I'm guessing somebody at the bank would probably not have wanted to give him one of those cards. He's not the type to do business with free.
really fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
Gotta pay for everything in cash. Coins. You'd think they'd go to a paper system. We're so far in the future.
Why? Paper seems so fragile and
Yeah,
coins can be repurposed for other things.
Yeah, I feel like that would burn really easily.
There was a point when Min had
Thank you.
platinum
And then once he knows
patches.
what it is, anybody can read it as long as
Before
they
I
know
could-
what it is.
Right.
It's just not-
Yeah, that's a long story.
I'm just gonna make sure I'm right that he doesn't.
We'd love to hear it while you cook. While we cook.
Plated her in platinum.
Briefly, it wasn't. It didn't have the right density or flexibility, or, well, it was just all in all a poor choice. It looked good, though.
Yeah, no. So Tempest, give me an Arcana check, please.
All right.
Must have been very expensive to have a
Now I'm
tank
gonna
at me
go
like that.
ahead and burn my inspiration. Much better.
Hey, that's a good one. Okay, so you're not terribly familiar with the spell, and it's kind of weird because as you study it, it's almost like letters are just totally out of place. Like they're not written how you'd normally see them. But as you really start to look at it, they come into focus, and it starts to make sense. And it is a scroll of Ray of Sickness.
Oh, I see. So yeah, Tempest will like look at the thing and is like, what the fuck? Oh, okay, turn it vertical. There we go. Now I see what it is. Got it. Oh yeah. Ray of Sickness.
I'm sorry. What did you say?
Ray of Sickness. Yeah, I mean, I've heard of this. I've never seen it in action. I don't think, but yeah, it's supposedly, you hit somebody and they peek their brains out for a little while.
That's disgusting.
Can we not talk about that
Would-
while we're on the table?
I was gonna ask real quick. Would Aegis potentially know of that spell?
Yeah, you would.
Okay. But if it ain't checked, that could be a rather nasty one.
Well, you'll spellcasters, so you can decide that one.
I mean, I don't know if I have that in my spell abilities. Do
You don't. I just looked.
I? Okay. Yeah, I don't. I mean, I don't know how to do it. Here, Aegis, you want this?
Well, and he thinks on it for a moment. I suppose if I'm the only one that might be able to take use of it, sure.
We got a couple other things as well. It kind of like takes this dirty, like almost like oil rag off of what appears to be an absolutely massive trilobite fossil. And he just like pushes it in the middle of the table. I don't know what the hell that thing is, but it looks like it was, at least at one point in time, a massive bug.
That's the biggest bug I've
Where
ever
the
seen.
fuck did you find that?
It was underneath one of those corpses. It was like stuck in its abdomen. I didn't pull it out. Bonk, did you pull it out?
I don't think I did. Also, that's the second biggest bug.
One of the zombies?
Yes.
Do you think that's how they're becoming alive again?
Oh shit.
Did you fucking put that thing on that dinner table?
He throws the cloth back over it and kind of like double binds it, and he just stuffs it into the into his backpack. All right.
I don't
That
think
sounds
putting
like
it in
one that would be good to give to the commander.
He just
Not
puts his
even.
backpack on the table. All right.
Yeah, I was
Nobody
gonna
touch
say-
it until she comes down.
He doesn't even look. He just heard everything going on, and it's just that might be better for the commander.
If there's anything else in that bag, it might be bad to keep it in there.
Oh, shit. Okay, I'll go lock it in my storage. So if it animates, it doesn't get out. All right.
I think we can just lock it in one of the rooms now.
I can always ask Min to guard it too.
What if it melds into Min's carapace?
She just gives Marcus a look.
Look, I don't understand. We're talking about this thing possibly creating zombies, so...
And what harm do you think a zombie's infectious bite would cause her?
Rot, maybe? Rust? I don't know.
I'm not
He
entirely
puts
sure.
his hand on her chest. It
Rust
just
is
looks
horrible.
mortally wounded.
Maybe that's how they make rust monsters. They're just automatons with zombification disease.
What's your
My
rust?
God.
Min does not rust, even by magical causes.
I respect your confidence, but time comes for us all, Mistress Kira.
And Min will outlast even that. So it's time for an upgrade.
So he really awkwardly, out of his belt pouch, takes the crystal vial full of sulfur and he just pops the top on it, and
It smells like home.
this is reminiscent of where I grew up. Anybody need sulfur?
I think I'm good. We don't need this for cooking, do we, mister?
Yeah, sprinkle it on the paninis. What? I don't know.
Actually, you know what? He's gonna pop that back open and he's gonna kind of give it a real deep whiff. Is this something that has been infused with sulfur? Like, did I just start to inhale like a dust, like a fucking sneezing, or?
Oh,
Smells like a fart. Not
I
gonna lie.
wish I thought that through. No, it's
literally just
it's
a vial
just
of
a vial
sulfur.
of sulfur.
Okay, so he just kind of it's like sets the little yellow powder down. brimstone.
Did you bottle a fart? Because it smells like a fart.
No, that's what came out of the ass of the man we put in handcuffs.
So it was your fault.
Well, he was storing it up there for something, so kind of, yeah, I suppose so. It's just ironic that it was sulfur. Not more coincidental than anything.
Sulfur, judging by the smell, that can be used to make explosives, but...
Alright, take
I
it,
think
nerd.
it
And he just pushes the vial over.
She puts up a hand, laughing a little. But I think having even a small memory of home, tangible as it is. Besides, I have batteries to make explode, and she pushes it back.
But imagine if you can infuse the sulfur into the battery, and he pushes it back. Trust
Oh,
me.
she
That's...
gets a look, and that vial is not on that table anymore.
I don't need... Oh, it's gone. Never mind. Maybe I'll just stop by once in a while for a whiff. Unless you figure out how to use it, then I'll just think of home.
I mean,
I'm
I can
going
make
to go put
I can make a sulfur smell for you anytime, really.
Not different sulfur.
Bonkin does it regularly.
I know, I fought next to the guy enough, trust me. No offense, your farts are wonderful. It confuses me as much as our enemies. Even that zombie was little... Okay, I'll be right back. And he grabs the book bag off the table and just walks out of the room. I'm locking it in the storage chest, don't go in there.
You just insult me and leave.
Yeah.
Did he hit his head when he tried to go down there?
I guess.
I think he was one of the few who didn't hit his head on the way down.
They finally get it. He's a fucking
Maybe we need to worry about him having been bitten then, because he is acting even more strange than normal.
I guess you really must be hungry. We did, eat. We are eating a bit later than usual.
Hanger does a lot to you.
You have you eat at a specific time?
Well, no, not me. I have to eat whenever I get food, normally. Well, I've been told rich folk eat at specific times.
Yeah, I eat relatively regularly. Yeah. At least twice a day. Now, at least. I mean, before it was a little bit hit or miss, but yeah.
I was about to say, in all honesty, this is a little light for me, but I make it work.
Right, yeah, Miss Kira, this is for you, and he's gonna slide like a salad over.
Bonkin, I appreciate that, but this...
It's only half of it. We did make real food.
What? Truly, Bonkin, this is kind of you, but I want whatever smells like that.
Well, yeah,
Pointing
that's
at
the other
Amy.
half. You gotta eat them together.
What? Why?
Because it tastes better.
Because it tastes
Gotta
Where's the
add to the
salad?
flavor. It's right over there. He points to like a bigger bowl.
She narrows her eyes a little appraisingly and then just... All right.
I did have one for Miss Marcus, but I accidentally put it on this fire thing. It points towards the oven, and it burned.
He can... how did you burn it? What?
Only Bonkin.
She's just gonna go over and, like, try and peer around Aegis to make sure that the oven is actually okay and didn't get bonkened.
I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea how to answer that question.
Let me roll some percentiles.
You've been bonkined.
Because, yeah, Bonkin doesn't use the oven because, one, Aegis always cooks, and two, he's used to camp like fires. Not oven.
And if it is
No,
broken,
it's good.
then damn it, I had a cool thing.
It's good. Sorry. Ruined your fun.
That's better. The machines aren't as wounded.
I
How
don't
did you-
think the machine can bleed.
No, but
Can they
that
bleed?
doesn't mean they can't be wounded or damaged. They have a
That's a
life
fair
of their
point.
own, whether they are imbued with sentience or programmed for other things, they all have their own very distinctive essence.
Bonkin looks like amazed. Wow. I didn't know that. And he's gonna like pat like the side of the oven, like the front that's not on. Sorry, I guess.
And
Smiles a little.
speaking of essence, Kira,
She looks very
how
concerned all the time.
absolutely oblivious are you to Marcus?
Everybody gets a text message from Marcus that is a picture of the fossil wearing his headset, and the caption under it says, "Do you think he would have liked these when he was still alive?"
Oh, my Wrigley up.
Shit, maybe he did hit his head.
Kira looks at it and just laughs.
Yeah, Bonkin, yours is just the preview because you still haven't figured out how to unlock your phone, and it just says image. So you don't even
It just
know what
says
the
it just says Marcus. That's all
it says
I can't even
Marcus,
see
and then
the
it just
image.
says image. The word image.
I don't know what this image thing is, but why does Marcus have it?
Do you have to open the... As she's peering over, you have to open it.
Yeah, swipe up. Swipe up with your finger.
I'd like to think he swipes up and the phone flips out because he's not holding it very still.
I'm going to try very hard to catch that phone.
Give me a dexterity saving throw.
I'm going to go into this
Or a
oven
dexterity
and
check.
close it.
Give me a no. Do a saving throw.
It's the same thing. I'm not...
Right into the pot.
I mean, if I can catch arrows, can I also try and catch the phone?
Are you gonna try to catch it too, Bonkin?
Yeah, sure.
Alright.
She throws herself towards this thing to try and catch it. And fails horrifically.
Oh.
And
So-
Bonkin is...
Kira goes to try to catch it and actually smacks it, and it goes flying, and then Bonkin, because he's got crazy arms, is able to just kind of reach over and catch it, and then tries to swipe up again immediately.
Right, I think I got it. Swipes up.
There's no less than 37 messages unread from Marcus on your phone.
Why does Marcus talk so much?
That's from the last week that you haven't checked it, by the way.
Right,
It wasn't just today.
Yeah, I figured.
Congratulations, Bonkin, you finally unlocked your phone.
Not to mention a ton of like songs and links from Tempest.
Enya.
I can't even count that. Alright, that's a big number. I like hand over to Kira. I guess you can work this thing. I'm gonna continue up in it, Mr. Aegis.
Yeah, I can... Good catch. And she's gonna start fiddling with it and trying to get it set up. What were you saying, Aegis?
I was just kind of surprised that you and Marcus, at least, if I'm being honest, as a patron, to some extent, not really.
I'm
But
surprised you haven't kissed yet.
As a... Well, I was going to try to be a little more subtle than that, but yeah.
So her hands freeze as she was fully focused on this phone, and she looks up and just... What?
I'd like to think Bonka doesn't even look over. He just continues doing what he's doing as he says that. Well, I mean, you've been meeting a lot together in your rooms. Marcus had like spent quite a bit of time for himself after visiting you. You still have his cape. You constantly talk to him. You give him that look. Now, I know you're second to men, but still, you gotta have a real person.
Okay. And she sets the phone down on the counter.
There's no shame in it, you know. I mean, two people love each other very much.
It's perfectly normal. Now, I'm a bit ugly, so I never had anyone. But
Right.
Don't sell yourself short, Bonkin. Come on.
I'm going to
It's
assume
fine.
that you all have been, in fact, bitten by these zombies, because that is the only explanation for this. Her hand's going to absently.
Oh
go
no,
to the
this has
phone
been
and she's
going
gonna
on
send a
for
text.
quite a while.
She's gonna send a text to Marcus without even looking at it that says, "Stay out of the kitchen for your own sake."
Yeah, she's like glaring at Bonkin while she's typing on her phone.
And then she's trying to save Marcus there, which doesn't help.
And
And then she's going to okay, going down the list. I modified his weapon, as you saw today, similarly to how I
I'm sure
made
you
him
did.
the ring, gesturing to Aegis. Late nights. Bunkin, you're the only one that's actually been inside my quarters.
You said you were gonna go to his room a bit later that day.
Yes, because I was working on his blade. As I worked on your trident.
Stop
and
saying
Ness
working on his
and
blade.
Tempest's
Change the
blade.
phrasing.
Ring.
Bonkin just nods.
The
You can listen. There's
actually
nothing wrong with it.
You don't have to make excuses. If you like him, you should probably just tell him.
I mean,
Or you could leave a note if you really want. Or you've got these new
I-
fancy bricks that can do that too.
I'm gonna
You
be honest,
have it
Kira.
all wrong.
I was thinking the same as them, but I was gonna be try to at least be a little bit more subtle, maybe, about it. My main thing is this. Our first interaction had to be at least a little bit of interest. From him, at least, to you. Because why else would he have given you your cape when we went into that frozen forest, knowing damn well that all of us weren't feeling a single bit cold?
Also, you have kept the cape for a very, very long time. In fact, you're wearing it right now, ain't you?
So she almost kind of self-consciously reaches for it, and then she looks down, and her expression changes, but it's not a softening at all. It's almost a sadness. And she kind of mumbles she mumbles something. Whether or not that carries at all is up to Candace, but she mumbles something.
Hold on.
You're not getting out of this character.
Okay, so Aegis and Tempest both hear you mumble something. Roll a stealth check for me.
I'm gonna end up rolling like a nat 1 on this. Never mind.
Okay, yeah. So they can't make out the words, but they can hear that you mumbled something, and the what you guys are getting from it is like maybe lay off.
My apologies. Didn't mean to upset you or anything. To
Right,
be
sorry,
fair, I would have done it with a little more decorum. As he goes ahead and starts looking over at Bonkin and then over to Tempest.
There is no shame on Bonkin's face.
You're right.
What?
Sorry. Listen. It's literally been part of my job to try to, get people to romance with each other, and I'm sorry. I apologize. I'll back off.
Look,
Well, it's
you
none of me
guys-
business.
you
It
are
is
the
pretty
first-
funny watching you, though.
Look, you all are the first ones that have actually been willing to engage in a conversation that's been more than just buying what I've made, let alone stay in the same building with me or continue traveling. This is the first gift I've been given. It's not... She says what is clearly an elven curse. I don't
Good.
know what to tell you. But it's not that. It's just companionship with all of you.
Probably told that to Mr. Marcus, too. Might leave him out. My
Everybody's phones
feelings a
buzz,
bit.
and there is one final picture from Marcus. It's the fossil again, but it's like underneath it where you can see all of its like fossilized legs curled in, and he's just got one of his pistols leaning against it, and the text says, "Do you think these things could use guns?" ...
Okay, he just gave the zombie fossil a gun. I'm gonna go stop this.
And on that note, we're gonna end for tonight.
Oh, my screen lit up again. Oh, why'd it go black? Why'd it go down?
Image. For Bonkin, image. Awesome, guys. It's 10:06, so we are gonna call it there because that's perfect.
You're evil,
Really,
all of you.
really great session. We finally got to the bottom of the Marcus and Kira.
That was a one-sided thing right there. He's in there playing fucking dress up with a 20 million-year-old fuss.
He's not even afraid of it. Oh, I love it. Oh my goodness.
Like, Marcus, we told you to put that fucking thing away.
Don't ask
but...
to get
Alright, guys,
reassigned
we're
to
gonna
another
read art.
superhero group. Like, y'all are too much. Commander,
Can't escape us now.
Can I just work with Walkini forever, please?
Nope, too late. You're stuck with us.
Too late. All right. Well, thank you everybody in stream for hanging out. We're gonna raid Arc for tonight, and then we'll be back. So yeah, so we'll be back Tuesday for our Weed Shop 3 and chill night because it's still January. Yeah, that's, you heard me, Kevin. Weed Shop 3.
Token chill.
Yep. It's such a ridiculous
We'll be
game.
back on Tuesday, guys.
Oh, it gets
Thank you so much for
even
hanging
more
out, and we'll
ridiculous.
see you
Trust me,
guys
Marcus.
soon. Bye.
I'm excited for it.
I've watched one thing, and these weird, like, strange people just walked into your shop, and then you walked outside, picked up something from the trash, and then walked back in.
Yep.